Alright guys, hope you're all doing well. Welcome to our episode, our watch-along for Monday Night Raw. Tonight is going to be a great night, and tonight I'm not accepting an average episode of Raw. That's right, tonight the only kind of a Raw that I'm expecting is a great, a first class, a fantastic episode of Raw. And the reason being is that tonight's Raw looks and sounds very good on paper. I mean, look at all that's going on tonight. We're gonna be seeing Alexa Bliss here tonight, which is a treat. We know it. We're gonna be seeing Lacey Evans appearing on Raw tonight, which also is gonna be answering a lot of questions. Is she gonna be a heel? Is she gonna be a face? Is she really leaving SmackDown for Raw? So a lot of questions are gonna be answered tonight when Lacey Evans joins the Red Brand. And apart from that, we're also gonna be getting the steel cage match between Bobby Lashley and Omos. So lots of stuff is happening tonight, and I can see Gary. Good to see you, brother Gary. I can see Jeff here, and he says cage match is going to be starting off Raw. So you can see tonight's Raw is going to be starting off on a high note. It's starting off with the cage match, the match that we're all looking forward to the most. So that's just like I said, I'm not expecting an average episode of Raw tonight. And if I get an average episode of Raw tonight, I'm probably gonna be disappointed because it sounds great on paper. So it better be good on paper. And Ricky, good to see you, brother. Good to see you. And the bye man is here, Kevin. Goodbye, brother. It's good to see everybody here. Hope you're ready for Monday Night Raw. And it's gonna be a good show for sure. Let's see. Omos is going to be the highlight for sure. Omos Lashley kicking this off. Steel cage match kicking off the show. It's better be good. Better be good. And let's see what else do we have here. Just like I said, lots of stuff. Lacey Evans is the highlight. Lots of people are talking about her right now. Is she going to be turning heel? Is she going to be staying face? What's happening with her? Is she really leaving the SmackDown brand for Raw for good? Lots of questions are there, and they're probably going to be answered tonight. We'll see how that goes. And let's see. Chris is here. He says, did you hear Bayley tease return? That's right. That's right. Bayley did tease a return recently. So she's cleared, apparently. Should be back soon, Chris. Brother, good to see you. And Renaissance is here, brother. Good to see you, my man. Good to see you. Yo, yo, yo. It's been a while, my man. It's so good to see you, brother. With that being said, we're switching gears and we're headed to Monday Night Raw. Hopefully, it's going to be a great show. We'll find out. Let's see. Let's see what Raw has in store for us. Just like I said, looks fantastic on paper. Looks like it's going to be the show of the year on paper. We'll see how they're able to deliver it all tonight. That's right, and the ribbon right now, the show intro going on right now. We're entering Monday Night Raw. Let's see how this all goes down. It's a 3-hour show. Let's go. Hopefully it's going to be a treat. Hopefully these 3 hours are going to fly by real quick. We'll find out. And Chris says she's clear since March. That's right. And look at that. You know, starting off the thing, we get a video talking about Bobby Lashley versus Omos, because just like Jeff said earlier, the cage match between Lashley and Omos is kicking off Raw tonight. And I really appreciate these stipulation matches on these weekly shows. I really appreciate it. I think we should get more of them. You know, when we got that tables match on SmackDown, I appreciated it a lot. I said, it's great. Let's have more table matches, you know, when it's not TLC. Let's not keep these matches limited to a certain pay-per-view. And I'm glad that we're getting the steel cage match tonight. It's great. Let's have these matches on regular shows as well. You know, surprise us, treat us, and not just keep them limited to a pay-per-view. And I can see True is here. Good evening, brother. Good to see you. And that's right, Renaissance, brother. It is a nice heel turn for MVP indeed, for sure. But hopefully Lashley is not going to be too heartbroken, because I'm sure this must be hard for him. He saw MVP as a good dear brother, and this all must be too much for him to digest, for sure. And Victor, my brother, is here. Good to see you, brother. Good evening. And Ron DMG, good to see you, bro. He says, did you see that fan and wrestler get into it at Independent show? So I know that it happened in a few shows over the weekend, and I was going to be talking about it, Ron DMG. What show are you talking about? Let me know. So we had fans getting involved in a few of them. I'll tell you, in the UK, they had a death match. And it got so ugly, that death match got so ugly, there was blood everywhere. On the floor, in the mat, in the ring, some of the fans too. There was blood everywhere, and that's why the cops got involved. They had to call the cops, and the cops are now investigating the whole thing, the whole death match. So that thing is in trouble right now in the UK. As we can see right now, we're getting some highlights from Lashley and Omos now from Backlash. And we're taking a look at how MVP did Lashley dirty, and Omos got the victory over Lashley thanks to the dirty screw job from MVP. And Andy, my brother, it is good to see you, my man. Good to see you, bro. Hat hit off fan, head attack wrestler. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, I'll have to check it out, Run DMG. But wow, fans these days really feel like they're a part of the show so much that they often forget that they're not. Yeah, crazy, Run DMG. That is insane. And Vince McMahon opened the floodgates. That's right. That's right. He did. Vince McMahon did it. And good to see you, everybody. Thank you, Mr. Saying hello. Hello. Good to see everybody here. With that being said, come on. Can we just end the highlights already? We've seen enough. Thank you. And with that being said, we're now on to Raw. Look at that. Nice. And the steel cage is already set up. What a way to kick off the show. What a beautiful way. I don't think we've seen a steel cage in the middle of the ring on a Monday Night Raw in a long while, and especially not opening the show. So this is great. I love this change. Opening the show, we get a steel cage match. Hell yeah. There you go. And Jeff says, I got Lashley in this one. That's right. That's a good pick. I mean, I don't know. These are two heavyweights. Omos is a giant. Lashley, a heavyweight. I wonder what if we're gonna get the traditional heavyweight versus heavyweight kind of result here, and the steel cage door or the steel cage wall just goes busted open and it falls down, and we get a weird finish to the match. That could happen as well. So we'll see how that goes. And that's right, True. The cage match is open in the show. Jeff says he's got Lashley. True says he's got Lashley. There you go. And Victor says so there's going to be a 6-man tag team match July 31st. Ric Flair and FTR versus Rock and Roll Express and Ricky Dragon Steamboat. I know it's getting a lot of mixed reviews. A few people are happy to see Ric Flair back. There are a lot of people who are concerned about his health and his well-being. I don't know. I mean, Ric Flair, it seems like he's running on passion right now. He wants to do, everything. I don't think he's doing for the money. He's got a lot of money. His daughter's got a lot of money. So I don't think he's doing this for money. It has to be a passion project, and a passion project only. That's what I feel. And we're getting countdown to Cody. So we're going to be getting Cody Rhodes in 2 hours. The WWE is not even hiding it. They're like, come back in 2 hours because Cody Rhodes is going to be here in 2 hours. Look at that. And Renaissance says, that's right. Raw is opening up with a banger. And it's good to see that. And we're going to be getting Cody Rhodes in 2 hours. Top of the third hour is going to be Cody Rhodes coming out. And we're going to be getting this women's match here, which sounds good. A tag team match. It's going to be, it's going to be, wow. Winner earns, alright, it's not a tag team, it's a 6-women's match. Lots of women involved. We've got Nikki ASH, we've got Doudrop. A lot of women involved. We'll see how that goes. But all of that happens later. Now's the time for Omos and Lashley in that steel cage. With that being said, Omos is now marching down and making his way to the ring. AJ, did you read my comment about Ric Flair's last match? Let's take a look. Did you comment here, brother? Did you comment in some of the video? I can't, if you commented somebody, oh yes, I did see it, yeah, I remember. Diamonds are forever, so are the 4 horsemen. Hell yeah, Andy, I did, brother. Well said. I picked the almighty Bobby Lashley, so everybody here picks Bobby Lashley, I like that, okay. I want to go with Lashley too, but I'm thinking that there's going to be a weird finish to the match where one of the walls of the steel cage just bust open, and we see the walls collapse, and along with these competitors also collapse into the ring. Maybe we're going to get a draw here. It could happen as well. Let's not forget, this is not a pay-per-view. It's a free show. It's a weekly show, so we could be getting a draw here inside the steel cage. The cage just busts open, the wall busts open, both of them fall down at the same time. We got a draw. I think that's what I'm looking at here, guys. As we can see, Omos is in the ring right now, in that steel cage. Yeah, looking confident, and so is MVP. But who's gonna win, guys? Let's see. And Chris says, Omos, that is good, brother. Let's see. What will be the outcome? I'm gonna set up a poll here. What will be the outcome of this match? Is the question of the minute. What will the outcome be? Is it gonna be Lashley wins, Omos wins, or is it gonna be a draw? Let's see. Wow, and Lashley and MVP here with the microphone.
Tonight, you will witness a spectacle of destruction. One of the competitors stepping into this 15-foot-high steel cage is a man who got a little too big for his boots.
There we go.
A man who wanted to claim the spotlight of WrestleMania all to himself without me. You know that I'm talking about the former WWE.
So MVP doesn't like the fact that Lashley tried to get his WrestleMania spotlight without MVP. He doesn't like that. He doesn't appreciate that. Alright, Andy, I'll check it out, brother. And Victor says, remember, Lashley met Umaga in a steel cage when the walls fell down. That's right, Victor. I remember that, brother. We've seen that happen at least 2 or 3 times now in the past, so could happen again. And good to see you, Dale. Good to see you, brother. And Omos needs more wrestling moves. That's right, Ron DMG, brother. He needs a better moveset, which I believe is going to evolve over time, and he's going to have some more moves under his belt, as he should. He's got MVP by his side, so, you know, that's an advantage. Maybe MVP can get some training done for Omos, but, yeah, he needs a better moveset, you know, a more diverse moveset and a more diverse wardrobe, because we see him coming out here with the same kind of outfit every single week. I don't know how long that's gonna work. I think it's about time he gets his own merchandise. Maybe we'll see that too. Yes, remember that, Victor? That was a classic. That's right, indeed, a classic movement back in time, guys. Really good. And speaking of classic movement, we just had a very classic interview with JTG, you know, out on the Wrassingh show yesterday. I hope you all, you know, were able to check it out. Let me know if you liked it. How did you feel about it? I had a great time talking to him, and you know, this guy JTG also took some questions from Chris, Bobby, Andy. What a great guy he is. And speaking of great guys, this great guy in the ring, MVP, still talking.
WrestleMania Backlash.
There we go.
Let's be clear. The almighty era ends tonight.
Okay.
You all are blessed and fortunate.
So MVP doesn't want to stretch it out to the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. He wants it all to come to an end tonight. He wants the almighty era, the almighty empire to fall tonight. We'll see how that goes. And Vector says Lashley with a new entrance. Let's see. Oh wow, you're right. I like it. That's nice. Nice, that's a nice and sweet entrance, but I cannot fail but also compare it, and this entrance really reminds me of Moose. If you see Moose making his way to the ring at Impact Wrestling, you'll see this entrance being very, very similar to that of Moose, very eerily similar. Yes, he's got the pyros and all that good stuff, but very similar. As we can see there, Cedric Alexander with the dirty work. That's right, Victor. What the hell is this? Cedric Alexander attacks Lashley from behind, and Andy, thank you. I'm glad that you enjoyed the interview, brother. Thank you so much. And now Omos also gets involved, and it's a 2-on-1 situation right now. Cedric Alexander and Omos versus Lashley, and Lashley is trying to fight back. He tries to fight back Cedric, tries to fight back Omos, but, you know, it's a numbers game right now. Omos is a big guy, and you've got the Mosquito trying to bite him from behind. That is Cedric Alexander. Lashley is on the weaker end of the situation right now. Yep, that's right. We might not actually get a steel cage match tonight if this continues. Lashley's angry. He's furious. Look at that. All right. He wants, I think he heard me, so he wants to settle this in the ring inside that cage. And that is why he climbs that cage. He gets in the cage right there in the ring, and he's waiting on Omos to follow him inside. He knows that in the cage it's only gotta be Omos, no referees, no Cedric, no MVP, just gonna be the two of them. So he's in the ring right now calling for Omos. I think we're gonna switch to commercial. Is it? Ah, there we go. When we switch to commercial just like that, that's right. There you go. Take out Nikki ASH and give us Bayley. That's right, Chris. I mean, it's sad whatever is happening with Nikki right now. You know, from being Nikki Cross to Nikki ASH, I saw some kind of a hope. I thought, wow, she's Nikki ASH now. It's either make it or break it kind of situation. It's either gonna make it, you know, for her, or it's gonna break her. And I guess it was the latter for her. Nikki ASH, it kind of ruined her, and now she's basically being treated like a joke. If she's kind of involved in a big match here tonight, if she doesn't get the win, it's gonna be hard for me to imagine what is she gonna do next. So Nikki ASH, I feel like if she doesn't get another big shot at the gold or something, she better get repackaged as Nikki Cross or something else, because ASH is not working out. And Ricky says Lashley wins. Let's see what happens, guys, because now we know that Lashley's in the ring. He's waiting on Omos. When we come back from commercial, we should be having a one-on-one match, but also we have Cedric ringside as well as MVP. So anything can happen, really. And 62% of you say it's going to be Lashley, 25% say Omos, and 12% say it could be a draw. We'll find that out. 2K22, you can now play with Nikki Cross. Cool. And we know that 17th, that's right, 17th of May, that's Tuesday, we're going to be having the 2K22 DLC coming out. We're going to be having the likes of Boogeyman and whatnot. They're all going to be here. So, yep, tomorrow we're going to getting that major update in 2K22. So don't miss out, guys. It's going to be a big one. And as we can see right now, commercials going on. Yep, they're going on strong. And let me know, guys, how are you liking your Monday so far? Did you have a good Monday, good day at work, good day at home? And how are you enjoying Raw so far? I mean, we started off on a interesting note. You know, we started off on a high note with a steel cage in the middle of the ring. But then, you know, with those entrances and whatnot, we did eat up about 15 minutes of time. So I guess the first 30 minutes or 45 minutes could be about the steel cage match only. So that is interesting, and welcome back to Impact Wrestling. That's right, Victor. Sami Callihan is back, and he's making his presence felt very well. He made his presence felt at Under Siege. He made a presence felt last week at during the Gauntlet match when he attacked Moose. So he really is making his presence felt, and that's interesting. We could be getting Moose versus Callihan at the upcoming pay-per-view Slammiversary. You'll find out. And Chris says Boogeyman is my favorite. I'm going to be playing tomorrow. Fantastic, Chris. Fantastic. That's right. Boogeyman is going to be there tomorrow. It's going to be interesting. With that being said, commercials still going on, still going strong. Wow. Loads of commercials for sure. Yep, for sure. And I'm very excited to tell you guys that the Wrassingh show, that's right, the Wrassingh show is going to be having its own website. Tomorrow, the website is going to be released, and you can go to the website and you can, you know, find your favorite episodes. It's going to be easier for you to access the website. You're going to be having a lot of, options right there. You'll be able to see some of the major stars that we've interviewed, the whole catalog on the website, along with some testimonials from the wrestlers themselves and more. So the Wrassingh show is getting its own website, and it's going to be launching tomorrow. As we can see right now, Omos is going after Lashley. There you go with the big kick to the side of his head. Lashley down, the steel cage match going on in the full swing right now. That's right, Victor. Dirty MVP. Indeed, dirty MVP. And I don't see Cedric ringside. Has he left? Is he no longer part of the match right now? Yeah, I don't see Cedric. Maybe he's gone backstage. And TYFU says, I like Lashley and MVP. TYFU, brother, good to see you. And look at Lashley and MVP, how they have parted ways. And Lashley also loved MVP. I said this before when I did the interview with him. Lashley was asked, would you like to be a Paul Heyman guy if you have the opportunity to? And Lashley said, why do I have to be a Paul Heyman guy when I've got MVP who does such a fine job? So Lashley also loved MVP being with him. So this must be hard on both of them. And Nikki ASH, not really. That's right, Run DG. I thought it could be great. I thought Nikki ASH could be fantastic, could be a commercial success, based on how WWE caters to the kids and the PG audience. So I thought ASH might work. But no, it was a nightmare and did not work. Not moving the merchandise, not doing anything. Nikki ASH is not working out. And as we see right now, Lashley is on the receiving end of the offense right now. And Andy says, my Monday was an average day until you wrote. Thank you, brother. You're so sweet. Thank you. Wow, you're so nice. And that's right, Dale. Paige does want to manage Ronda Rousey, and I saw lots of fans on social media going, hey, let's do it. Let's have Paige manage Ronda. She's going to be the greatest manager ever for Ronda Rousey. And look at that dirty MVP once again with this cane to the head of Lashley. Dirty MVP. But Dale, I don't think that Paige would be a great manager for Ronda. If you look at Ronda Rousey, if you look at Paige, I think these are two very different, polarizing figures, very different figures in wrestling. Ronda Rousey is, just one of the hard-hitting wrestlers. She comes from the Octagon. She comes from a very tough background. If you look at Paige, I think they're very much different. Paige was a part of Absolution along with Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. So Paige was always one of those, women that always had that kind, although she calls herself the anti-diva, she always had that diva vibe to herself. As a part of the Absolution, she proved that she was, pretty much a diva. So Ronda Rousey is not your regular diva. She's a wrestler. She's a tough one. So if she needs a manager, she needs a tougher manager. She needs somebody who can speak for her, be a big and bold voice for her, somebody like Paul Heyman, hell, somebody like MVP, somebody like that. Not Paige. I cannot imagine a union between Paige and Ronda Rousey lasting and really doing anything for Ronda Rousey. It would do wonders for Paige, but not for Ronda. And as we can see here, Lashley was going to do the dirty work once again, but wow. Lashley grabs the arm of MVP and lays him down, and now with the spear to Omos going for the cover, and that's right, a kick out. I'm probably on tape delay again, as I always am for these shows. And Jason says, that's right, good to see you, brother. MVP just got his arm jammed in that cage. Pretty sure he's not going to be doing any more dirty work for the rest of the match here. And Chris says, I want Bayley to be manager by MVP. That'd be nice. And Andy says, Paige will be a good manager for Cora Jade. I agree. Absolutely. That's the kind of women that Paige, could manage. Cora Jade, Roxy, Nikkita Lyons, hell, even Tiffany Stratton. I think Paige would be fantastic managing any of them. But Ronda Rousey, very different figures, very different personalities. I don't think they're going to work out together very well. Who is next to fight Roman? Well, let's find out. Who it's going to be. Is it going to be Drew? Or are they going to have somebody else? Some speed breakers before they wrestle Drew at Clash of the Castle. So that we'll have to see. And Lashley just drives. Wow, look at that. Omos was about to drive Lashley into that corner. Lashley gets out of the way real quick. Lashley's hurt, but he's not down with a big boot to the face of Omos. Omos is down. Lashley's looking for the big one here. Let's see, he's climbing that cage door. What is he looking to do here? Okay, he's looking for the big one. He's looking to dive on Omos from the top turnbuckle, but Omos gets up real quick, grabs Lashley by the throat. And Lashley trying to fight back. Lashley trying to grab the arm of Omos, get it down. There we go. And now with the kicks to the shoulder, to the neck of Omos, trying to separate that arm from the shoulder. And Omos is down. Lashley again on fire, and Cedric comes back. The dirty guy, the mosquito. Cedric Alexander comes back real quick. Climbs the cage real quick, trying to go after Lashley with those hits to the head of Lashley. Lashley trying to fight back, but Cedric literally climbs the ring, climbs the cage, almost about to enter it with the big boots to the head of Lashley, trying to get him down. This is terrible. That's right, Jason. He is here to ruin a good match, but good for Cedric. Good for him, Lashley. Lashley tosses Cedric from the top of the cage down to the mat, and it's only a few inches away. Lashley could very well be scaling those few inches. Oh, there you go. He goes for the dive. On El Omos, and Omos grabs Lashley mid-air. He's looking to slam him down hard. He has Lashley up on his shoulders, and there you go. He sends Lashley flying into the steel cage wall right there. That's gotta hurt. I think Randy's a possibility. I would love that. Yeah, I'd like that, TYFU brother. And Andy says, I hate to say this, but I can see Paul Heyman managing Ronda Rousey and Sonya Deville and Shayna Baszler. Andy, why do you hate to say it? I think it'll be great. I think if Paul Heyman's got to be managing Ronda, it's going to help her tremendously, I think. But why do you hate to say this, brother? There we go. And Ricky says, but Andy, you think Paige is in WWE? Well, that's right. Paige's deal expires soon. But, from the comments that she's making on social media, It seems like she wants to renew her contract. She wants to stay with the company, even manage. She did try to threaten them, saying that hey, she might have to look for another promotion if they don't allow her to wrestle. But now it seems like she could be open to just managing and not wrestling. So it seems like she wants to stay with the WWE. And Chris says Bayley should manage Cora Jade. There you go. There you go. And Jason, oh my god moment. Okay, for me, I haven't seen it yet. Let's see, probably on tape delay here. Looks like Omos is looking to toss Lashley. Is that right? He gets Lashley up on his shoulders. MVP looks concerned. What is going to happen here? Cedric down on the mat. Okay. And I can see Lashley wins, says Victor. Okay, good stuff. For me, it's still going on, so let's see. Oh, I told you guys. Didn't I tell you? Did I not tell you? I told you that the wall was going to come off. That's what happens when you have two very big men wrestling in the cage. The wall comes off, and that's exactly what happened. Yes, this time, both of them didn't fall out. It was only Lashley, but Lashley did pick up the win because of that botch of the steel cage wall. But I told you it was going to be happening, so I thought it was going to be a draw, but no, it was not a draw. Lashley wins, but the wall does come off. Come on, this is very typical of the WWE when they're having two icons wrestling in the steel cage. And there we go, Dale 1-0, 0-1 for Chris, 1-0 True, 1-0 Jeff, look at that. And Ricky with a 1-0 too. Yep, that had to happen. That's right. It's official. The winner is Bobby Lashley. Yeah, this is a one way to stretch it out to Hell in a Cell. There was no way this match was not going to have a finish like this, because if you want these two to wrestle in the giant structure, the Hell in a Cell, you gotta, have the steel cage match, end in a flawed way. And that's exactly what happened here. It ended in a flawed way, which is gonna have these two wrestle once again inside the cage. But this time it's gonna be a bigger cage, a badder cage. It's gonna be Hell in a Cell, so there you go. And Ricky says, I love seeing Paige versus Cora Jade and Nikkita and Bayley and Sasha Banks' 5-way match. Well, that'd be great. That'd be nice. Ricky, I agree with you. And Carlito is here. Carlito, good to see you, my man. And Ricky says, AJ, nice job talking to JTG. I enjoyed. Thank you, brother. And this week, when JTG joined me, he didn't just join me on the Wrassing show. He borrowed or stole the Wrassing show from me because, crime time. What do they do best? They borrow stuff or they steal stuff from others, and that's what he did. He stole my show and he made it the Sexy as Hell show. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out the interview, and from the very beginning you'll see I didn't even get to open the show. It was JTG who got to open the show, and I was just confused. I thought it was my show, but JTG said no, it's my show. So check it out, guys. If you haven't checked out the Wrassing show yet this week featuring JTG, you gotta check it out. And Andy says, because I'm so sick and tired of seeing Paul Heyman. I used to be a very big ECW guy, but once Paul screwed ECW, I lost my respect for him because he just became like many Vince McMahon guys. It's true, Andy. Yeah, he did sell out. You can say he did sell out, but he did great for his career. I mean, I guess that if he was still ECW, he might have ended up like Evolve, like the way that they did. Or maybe he would have ended up being another GCW, another dirt promotion out there, maybe. So I think he did whatever was best for his own career, what was good for his pocket there. And right now we can see some highlights from last Monday as Tommaso Ciampa once again embarrassed Mustafa Ali. Once again, I spoke with JTG about this matter, about Mustafa Ali getting this kind of treatment on Raw, and he's like, I feel like Mustafa Ali could be getting punished. He could be getting punished so that they can, take away the heat from Mustafa Ali, and they can, lower his value before he's free to join other promotions and be on the indies. That's what they could be doing here. And maybe that's what they are doing here, because he's coming out here week in and week out and getting his value down. That's what's happening. And Paul Heyman should be the advocate of heel Ronda Rousey. That's right, T.Y. brother. Like that. And we can see Austin Theory, the United States champion, coming out now. The next match, Ricky, it's going to be Theory versus Mustafa Ali. It's a non-title match, but there's going to be up next Theory, the US champion, Mustafa Ali, the guy who's trying to fight for his repetition is going to be up next. And we see Sami Zayn on SmackDown openly fighting for his reputation, but in reality it is Mustafa Ali who's really fighting for his reputation every single week. And there you go. Dale says Theory versus Ali. That's right, brother. I feel the same way about Austin Theory. There you go. Gary, you're not alone, brother. I feel very much similarly about Austin Theory too, but Sammy, it's special. For Sammy, it's a beauty. I just despise Sammy. I cannot. He just gets on my nerves real quick. You mentioned the name, and no, I cannot stand Sammy. But Theory also is annoying. He's annoying. And that's right, true. Non-title match, Ali wins, says true. I think that they really are embarrassing him, so he's gotta lose. He's gotta lose left, right, front, and center is what I feel. I think he's gonna lose again. At least Lashley didn't job too much. That's right, Ron DMG, brother. That's right. That's a good thing. Sigh of relief. And look who's here, my man. Our guy, our brother Renegade is here. Good to see you, my man. Hope you're doing well, brother Renegade. Hope you're enjoying Raw. We started off with a steel cage match. Solid match. The wall came off. Traditional way to end the steel cage. But good stuff. Good stuff. We're kicking off the show on a high note for sure. Good to see you, Renegade. And as you can see here, the first match basically took the first 30 minutes of the show. So not too bad. The first 30 minutes didn't feel like, anything. So that was a good thing. And there you go. Ricky says, I pick Austin Theory. AJ, we know you hate Sammy. That's right. That's right. I mean, I don't hate him. I mean, I gave him chance, but he's never been able to live up to my expectations. That's all I can say, brothers. That's all I can say. But we'll see. We'll see. And guys, I'm always working on something new, something bigger. Of course, the Wrassingh show has been doing so well and really has been covered by everybody from Fox Sports to Fightful to all the major websites out there. They're talking about and they're covering the Wrassingh show's interviews as news, which is great. But that's not where I'm stopping. I'm working on some bigger things with the Wrassingh show, outside of the Wrassingh show too. I'm working a lot backstage, and you're going to be seeing it all very soon. Hopefully by the end of the week, I'll be able to make an announcement. Maybe perhaps next week on Monday, we will be talking about that big thing that's coming up soon. So we'll see, but I'm always continuously talking about something, working on something bigger here. And Theory wins with Ciampa. That's right, Victor. I do believe that Theory's got to win. I cannot picture a Mustafa Ali victory. I just cannot. And Dale says, I got Ali for the win. All right, Dale. Let's see, brother. Let's see. I've been having computer problems all weekend. Oh, brother, that sucks. Sorry about that. Hopefully your computer, gets better, or you can get it fixed, brother. And Andy says he killed ECW to become Vince McMahon guy. He had something really good when Raven returned back to ECW. Terry Funk, Shane Douglas made sure the public know the real Paul Heyman. There you go, Andy. Yeah, I mean, it sucks that ECW had to go, and then it became ECW, WWE's version of ECW. But the one good thing about ECW, I guess, is that WWE took it, but they didn't kill it. They did not kill it off. They kind of, let it live for some time. Yes, for a very small period, but they let it live. Yes, they kind of ruined ECW for sure, but they let it live. So I guess that's something that is good. Or maybe not. And Jeff says, Theory, there you go. It's all good now. Perfect, yeah, perfect, Renegade brother, perfect. As you can see here, Mustafa Ali with the high five to the fan here. And he gets into the ring. And wow, Theory just looks annoyed when he looks at Mustafa. He just looks like he's here to job him out. That's his only job here. It really, whenever I see Mustafa Ali in the ring against Theory, it seems like I'm watching the corporate versus the outsider. Okay.
I almost forgot.
There we go. There's a swerve coming.
I can't, from a good faith place.
Yep.
I just can't figure out with you what makes you think this is gonna happen. I mean, seriously, this match, I can't go through with it unless somebody that I can trust that's gonna call this straight down the middle.
There we go.
Somebody that can be trusted 100%. I guess.
There we go. Of course. Of course. I told you guys, I told you, Mustafa Ali is not winning. One way or the other, he's losing, he's getting embarrassed, and the Miz is coming out here now. There you go. And TNA bring back ECW back day 2. That's right, Ricky, that's right. And Victor, you're right, the Miz is coming out here, your special guest referee. And of course, Mustafa Ali doesn't look too happy, doesn't look pleased. But Austin Theory, the favorite child of Vince McMahon, he can, do whatever he wants because, of course, he's got the Vince McMahon magic wand. And Run DMG says, Sammy sucks. That's right, brother. Sing along with me. Sammy sucks. Sammy sucks. Because he does. We know it. You know it. The world knows it. And Miz, all laughing here. He's laughing. He tells the referee to please head outside. There you go. He's holding the ropes down for the referee. Now we have a special guest referee here. This match got a lot more awesome. Now that we have the Miz, we have Mustafa, and we have Theory. It's going to be good. And I'm looking forward to the new season of Miz and Mauricio, says Andy. It's got to be good. Yep. I haven't watched the first one. I just watched like the snippets of it here and there. But now that you mention it, brother, we might have to check it out.
I'm the youngest United States champion ever. And Ali, it's just not fair for you to lose and fail your way into a match with the champ. You know what? So I think I'll help you out. I'll take it back to the first lesson I ever learned from Mr. McMahon.
There we go.
The unexpected.
Dale says Veer is here. Okay, cool. Now we know Mustafa Ali is really getting killed here. He really is getting killed. Probably going to be sent to the hospital. Is this the last time we're going to be seeing Mustafa Ali? The last time we're seeing him? It could be. I don't really much care about Mustafa Ali right now because I know where he's going. He's going to the Indies. He's getting out of the WWE, and they're really killing his value. That's what they're doing right now. But I really care about Veer here tonight because look at what's happening with Veer. Veer's finally getting a competitor who's not a jobber, who's not a talent enhancer. He's getting somebody who's a contracted WWE star, so that's good. That's good. And I can see everybody popping for Veer. There you go. Dale says, I got a Veer for the pick. And Ricky says, Veer. True changes his pick, Veer to win. That's right, I told you. Mustafa Ali is not winning, guys. Not winning. And Jeff says, Veer. This could be the last that we're seeing of Mustafa Ali in the WWE too. This could be the last time. Look at that. I think this is the end, guys. I think this is the end of the line. Veer kills Mustafa, writes him off TV, he gets released. That's it. And Mustafa Ali with a drop kick to Veer Mahaan right there. There you go, another one right there. And Veer Mahaan now started in that corner. Veer going after Mustafa. Wow, what a beast he is. It jumps on Mustafa right there. That's right, Ron DMG, brother. Fear Veer. I fear him for sure. Scary guy. Scary, scary guy. But the outfit is on point. I think they did a good job with the red and the black. You know, the yellow and stuff, I don't think it was working well. But the red and the black works. I like this better. And Veer right now just running to Ali. Ali dodges right there. Veer sends to the corner. And now Ali with those punch to the head of Veer Mahaan. What is Veer Mahaan doing right there? Wow. That was funny. Okay, Mustafa Ali again with those punches. The Veer Mahaan pushes him, and now with a big boot to the face. Veer could be joining Judgment Day unless they chose to take. I don't think Andy's going to be joining the Judgment Day because if you look at the Judgment Day and Veer, very two different, stuff going on. Veer Mahaan is, they're booking him as a typical Indian. They're booking him as a typical Indian heel, a typical Indian monster. And Judgment Day, they've got a whole different stuff going on right there, brother. It's a whole lot gothic kind of affair that's going on. So I don't think he's going to be joining the Judgment Day yet, brother. Not yet. And Clay, good to see you. Good to see everybody. Don't cross the boss. Indeed. Do not do that. And Chris says Veer wins this match by DQ. That's right. It's going to be a DQ. Bones are going to be breaking. Something's got to be happening for sure. Veer Mahaan lifts Mustafa Ali up. It's going to be setting him down hard in the ring. Veer is scary. Heel outside ring. Veer's babyface. You see him on social media. That's true. That's right. And Ricky says a 2.0, which means that Veer Mahaan got the victory. A very quick victory too. I'm surprised that Mustafa Ali actually did not do too bad here. Not too bad, yeah? I mean, he's kind of able to fight back here. And look at that, Veer Mahaan is sent to the outside. Mustafa Ali gets the ropes down. And Veer Mahaan was sent to the outside. Mustafa Ali now looking for the big one. Looking for the dive. And Veer Mahaan has been sent to the outside again. I think this is the most offense that Veer Mahaan has taken, at the hands of his competitors in the ring, yet in the WWE on the main roster. And as Mustafa Ali was going to be going for the dive, Miz gets in the way, and Mustafa Ali cannot go diving because Miz is in the way. And that Mali is not happy, and I can see Victor says Veer wins. Chris says 1-1 predictions. There you go. Jeff says 2-0. Beautiful. And Veer Mahaan with the big clothesline, and that's how he gets the victory. There you go. And Sasha is here. Sasha, it is good to see you. Welcome to the stream. And Dale 2-0, Ricky 2-0, and True 2-0. I love that. By the way, Veer Mahaan with a big victory. I'm surprised that Mustafa Ali actually fought back, and he did well. He didn't do too bad. Not too bad of a performance. Yes, he could not tolerate that submission hold, but he did fight back. So I can applaud that. But Veer Mahaan with a big victory. And if you can see here, Austin Theory right now in the middle of the ring with the microphone. He's got something to say. Or maybe not. No, he's got nothing to say. He just has a selfie to take. Is he going to be able to take a selfie with Veer? Oh yeah, Veer is here, all posing. There you go. He looks to destroy Mustafa Ali again as Austin Theory takes a selfie. And the Miz is not too happy. I don't know if Miz wants to be in the selfie too. There you go. Oh dear. Now the selfie is awesome. Yeah, there you go. The four of them posing together. Man, Mustafa Ali is being made to look like a joke. And just like JTC said in the interview, that's exactly what's happening. They're trying to take the steam off him before he goes to the Indies. And there you go. Renegade says Mysterio is in the house. Rey and Dominic. We know that Dominic Mysterio did not appear, neither did Rey, ever since he was sent to the hospital courtesy of Veer Mahaan. But they're back. Rey is back, so that's big. Okay. Good stuff. And Veer Mahaan seems like he's seen a ghost. Of course, I'm on a bit of a tape delay here, so just seeing Dominic and Rey get in the ring right now, colorful as ever, going after Veer Mahaan. It's funny how Austin Theory and Miz just, run away as these two come over here. And now Dominic with a big one, and Veer catches him mid-air, and Rey Mysterio saving his son right there. Veer is down, Dominic and Rey in the ring celebrating, and Veer doesn't look too happy. Is Veer actually fearing Dominic and Rey? Why doesn't he get in the ring and just squash these two? Why does he have to stay ringside and stare at them? I don't know about that. Well, Veer does not have to be scared for sure, but he looks like he's kind of scared. Maybe he is actually fearing these two. And now we have seen Adam Pearce.
Well, she's been on a mission since losing her Raw Women's title at WrestleMania. We will hear from big-time Bex on Raw.
Alright, so Adam Pearce was backstage, was getting ready apparently for some backstage interview. And Becky Lynch comes in, confronting him, trying to explain him something. But we're going to be seeing Becky Lynch after the commercial break. So, a sweet first hour of the show. If you look at the time right now, we're done with about 40 minutes of the show. That match, the Veer Mahaan match, didn't take too much. Took about 8 to 7 minutes. Not too bad. So, we are done with about 40 minutes of the show. Let's see what Becky Lynch has to say. And Clay says, where's my Bayley Championship? There you go. And who's going to win? And Renegade with the answer, Chicago Supersonics are going to win. Cool. You guys need to educate me when it comes to the NBA and stuff, because I know nothing about that yet. And as you can see right now, we are on commercial. And just like I said, I am hoping and I'm expecting a great Raw tonight. And we've seen already a decent, steel cage match. There was a decent match, and a decent Veer Mahaan versus Mustafa Ali match too, I guess. Kind of predictable, but that's okay. But still to come, we have Lacey Evans who's gonna be here. We have Alexa Bliss who's gonna be here, so that is cool. We'll see how that goes. But we also have a very big women's six-pack challenge match. So that's going to be interesting. Both the women's tag team champions, Naomi and Sasha Banks, they will be involved in the match too. And they will each respectively challenge Asuka, Becky Lynch, Doudrop, and Nikki ASH to decide the number one contenders for the title. So we'll see how that goes. Now this is for the shot at Bianca Belair's Raw Women's Championship. So we'll be having Naomi and Sasha Banks, who are basically the tag team champions right now. But it's got to be every woman for herself, as they're going to be fighting, Asuka, Becky, Doudrop, Nikki ASH, and of course among themselves. So it's going to be a women's six-pack challenge. That's going to be cool. We also know that they have a countdown to Cody Rhodes that is set for tonight. So Cody Rhodes will be making his appearance at 10 p.m. Eastern. That's been announced, so we have something else to look forward to. Apart from that, the Raw Tag Team Champion Matt Riddle will also be representing the RK Bro when he goes one-on-one against Jey Uso tonight. So that is going to be interesting as well. As we know, Usos and RK Bro are going to be wrestling this Friday on SmackDown to determine the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions, which I don't think they're going to be, combined with those titles. I think it's going to be a no contest, but we'll find out. And that's right, Chris says should be Bayley, and Andy says it's not going too well for Alexa Bliss. Lacey Evans is going to beat her down. That's what the direction they're going with right now. That's crazy, okay? We'll find out if that's what's happening. That sucks. Now, it also kind of makes sense for it to happen, kind of. I mean, it's funny that both Alexa and Lacey returned about the same time. Alexa was off TV for such a long time, and now she's back at the same time as Lacey. So I guess it kind of makes sense, Andy, what you're saying could be happening. But if it does happen, I'm not going to be happy. I'm not going to be happy. And there you go. Renegade changes his pick to Chicago Bears. Okay, there you go. Good stuff. And with that being said, guys, just like I said, I'm looking at a great Raw tonight. And we can see here what is going on here. Let's see. Okay, so news that's coming in right now is that the originally what they had planned was that they were going to be having the ring collapse. Okay, let's see. Alright, so what they were planning for tonight, what they had originally planned for tonight, was a one-on-one match between Lashley and Omos. And in that match, they would have seen the ring collapsing tonight. But that obviously did not happen. We instead got a steel cage match, which also I feel was pretty damn decent. We did get a movement right there as well. And as we can see here, we're back from commercial. Let's see how this goes. Okay. Becky Lynch is going to be coming out here. Of course, the 6 women's pack challenge is going to be happening now. Why is there a countdown to Cody Rhodes? Gary, because you know how much WWE values Cody Rhodes right now, and they want him to open the show every single week, but that's not practically possible because, it just seems like they're just doing the same thing over and over again if Cody Rhodes comes out here and cuts a promo to kick off Raw every single week. So that's why, instead of having him open the show, they put a countdown to Cody so that people know that Cody Rhodes is coming at 10 p.m. and they can tune in for Cody Rhodes at 10 p.m. So WWE really giving that shine. So they really want all that pyros to be worth it, and they want the ratings to be high, sky high, when Cody Rhodes comes in. That's why they have a whole countdown for him. And Riddle is going to pay for that knee strike. That's right, he's going to pay for it. A very uncalled for. He's I understand that he's not always, sober, and he can make some wrong decisions, but that was a very, very bad wrong decision. And I'm just getting ready for tomorrow's night, second round of NHL playoffs. All right, Andy, that sounds sweet. And so is Dale. There you go. And will he interview Bailey? Hope so, Clay. Hope so. But before that, check out all the interviews that I've brought out. Check out the JTG interview that came out this Sunday. Let me know how you like it.
Naomi and Sasha take their bags and leave. And they left the building. They left the building. It's a gross injustice that now
there we go.
The six-pack challenge shouldn't happen. And because Adam, because I haven't had my rematch after being the greatest Raw Women's Champion to ever live, then I believe I should just be named #1 contender, and I think I'll go take the night off. What do you say about that?
No, how about I've been working on this because I know what happened, and no, you just can't have the night off because we need a main event tonight, and so I am going to make it official right now.
Weird.
News to the WWE.
That's weird.
We'll go one-on-one with Asuka tonight, and the stipulation remains the same.
That is weird. So they advertise. The way they kick this off is they advertise a women six-pack challenge for the women's title, the contenders match, and all of a sudden they say, no, you know what, plans change. We're not going to do that, actually. Instead of having Doudrop and Nikki ASH and Becky Lynch and Asuka and Naomi and Sasha Banks get involved and have this 6 women's, tag pack challenge, we're actually going to give them a one-on-one match. So it's weird. I don't know if they're, making these changes on the fly. I don't know if they realized that this was a mistake to begin with, midway during the show, that they had to change it like that. But we're going to be getting a one-on-one match, instead of the 6-pack women's challenge for the #1 contenders for the Raw Women's title. Weird. The way that this changed it on the fly here is very weird. And Becky versus Asuka main event, that is sweet, Victor. But I just feel weird that they had to change it mid-show like that. AG told me on Sunday, are we getting a NWA watch-along? Yep, yes, Ricky, we are, yeah. And Run DMG says, counting down to MJF to WWE 1, 2. That's right, Run DMG. Let's see if that happens. Then Cam says, I wish I could watch Raw, but I live in Canada, so I don't have access to USA channel. And you don't want to pay for the WWE network. That's right. Sorry about that, Cam, brother. Sorry about that. But you know what? We're going to be talking about it. Join the conversation. Let's talk about what's going on here. Let's see if you're liking the way the show is going tonight or not. Be a part of the conversation, brother. AJ, only one makes his changes when wins. That's right, it's weird, right? I mean, they started the show, and the way they kick it out, they're literally, one of the first announcements that they make tonight is we're going to be seeing a 6-pack women's challenge match tonight, featuring all these big stars from Raw and from SmackDown, which makes no sense, because why would you have a SmackDown star competing for the Raw Women's title? It makes no sense, but that's what they announced, and midway, they're now changing it to a one-on-one match, so that is a weird. And that's right, Victor, the four most powerful words in the WWE are that card is subject to change. Very well said, Victor. I love that. Very well said. And now we are getting that Matt Riddle match. Okay, let's see how this goes. Matt Riddle is going to be fighting Jimmy Uso. Oh, don't tell me we literally came back from commercial, guys. We literally came back from commercial, and now we're going back to it. So, what a way to eat up the first hour, literally. Come on. Okay. Alright, so we're going back to commercial here. Good stuff. And Renegade says, Riddle is like Little Wiper. Learn from the best. Strike first. That's right. Strike hard and strike first. Speaking of striking first, another guy who's a big Cobra Kai fan is JTG, and if you haven't checked out the interview, check it out, because when I bring up the topic of Cobra Kai, he fanboys out. He literally does fanboy. He's so happy when he's talking about Cobra Kai. Check it out. What a great interview. Really a good interview. And Dale says, I'd like to see Blues versus Rangers. Okay, good stuff. And Renegade here says, AJ, Chicago Bears is NFL, not NBA, just playing around. Alright, thanks for that, Renegade. I told you, educate me on this stuff. I know nothing, but thanks for that. Thanks for that. And as we can see right now, on commercial, let's take a look at what else is going on right now in the world of professional wrestling. What are people talking about? Let's see. So, Kevin Owens recently spoke about Triple H, and how he's doing right now, what if he's in a good health, if he could be coming back, all that stuff, so he says that he's doing great. It was so good to see him recently. He's doing great. He has a good repetition, and he's going to be helping a lot of guys out, and he's got a good repetition. That's what Kevin Owens has said. So, of course, people are still speculating Triple H might come back, might not come back, but the truth of the matter is Triple H is not coming back. And the sooner people realize it, I think the better it's going to be for people, because, yeah, people are living on false hope. A lot of people out there are kind of living on false hope when it comes to Triple H, that is for sure. And PCO, all right, we have some update on. All right, cool. So there was this recent, Impact Wrestling TV tapings. There was a health scare for PCO. He was involved in a spot, and people were concerned about him. They thought that he could be out of action. He could be seriously hurt. But it seems like PCO is not hurt, even though that was a big health scare. He's going to be back, and he's going to be working all of his future bookings with Impact Wrestling. So PCO is not hurt. He's going nowhere, and that's a good news. He's literally a Frankenstein. He never gets hurt. Knock on the wood. He never gets hurt. And Cam says it's weird that SmackDown people appear in Raw. It's like brand split does not matter. That's right, brother. It's like, they enforce the rules when it's convenient for them. They enforce the brand split rules when it's convenient for them, and they enforce other rules in the ring when it is convenient for them. When it's not, they just forget about it. And that sucks, right? So rules are bent here according to convenience, and it's something that I guess we all have kind of grown used to, sadly. And Victor says, will Reigns attack Riddle tonight? Again, Reigns appearing tonight, SmackDown, I don't know. Could happen, but I don't think that Riddle is so important that he should be here tonight. I don't think Roman Reigns should be here. As we know, he's going to be working a lighter schedule, so it would be hard for me to imagine him appearing on Raw just to attack this little mosquito, Matt Riddle. I don't think it's going to be happening. But let me know what you guys think. And Andy says Tampa Bay Lightning, and alright, cool. Triple H is a defibrillator, and it's just, that's right, a lot of people do not understand that. And what really baffles me is a lot of people, who do these interviews also go around asking other wrestlers if Triple H is going to come back, what does the future look like to him? Come on, if you are getting interviews with these WWE stars, I would assume that you have some repetition in the business, and that is why WWE is giving you the opportunity to interview their stars, because really, not everybody gets the opportunity to do so. So if you're getting that opportunity, I would expect you guys to know better and to ask better questions, but they do not, so that's weird. And I can see that happening. That's right, Dale. Let's see. And Jesse says, Stay tuned for the 900 episode. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. Speaking of that, guys, I totally forgot about that because we ourselves are gonna be hitting a milestone here with these watch-alongs. I totally forgot. Let's take a look. I know we're hitting the 50th episode of the Wrassing show very soon. I think we're down to like 44th episode. We're gonna be hitting 50 very soon. And if you talk about the watch-alongs, yeah, let's take a look. The watch-alongs, we have done 174. This is the 175th watch-along. So we're getting to 200 real quick. And if you talk about, the Wrassing show, 50 episode is coming real quick. And where is Randy? That's right, Randy is going to be here this Friday. So Randy and Riddle, they're going to be taking on the Usos in a winner takes all. It's a championship unification match, but I really have my doubts, solid doubts. I think this is just, playing the fans here. They're not really unifying the titles. They're not doing it. I don't think it's going to be happening. And this match ends in no contest, says Chris. It could. How was Omos versus brother? What happened between those two? As we would have predicted it. The wall of the cell, the wall of the steel cage came off. It broke, and Lashley landed on the floor with the wall, and that is how Lashley got a very surprise win. That's how it ended. So that was that, brother. That was that. And as we can see right now, Riddle is here. It's funny that, just like Renegade says, Riddle and Randy being Raw superstars, Randy has not shown up, only Riddle has. But those Usos being SmackDown stars, both of them have shown up. So there you go. Randy Orton is missing, is absent, but both the Usos from SmackDown, they are here. If PCO gets hurt, just electrocute him. That's right, Gary. That's right. Frankenstein indeed. He is never getting hurt, knock on the wood. And Riddle's my pick, says Renegade. No Randy Orton, that's right. And True says no contest. Okay, and so does Chris. And Dale says Riddle wins this match. Okay, that's interesting. Let's see what happens here. Riddle gets Uso up, slams him down hard. Riddle right now, so far, so good, on fire. Now, I know that you guys are thinking no contest, but I've got a feeling that this match is gonna have a result, because this Friday, when we have that tag team match, I think that match is gonna be ending in a no contest. Tonight, it's gonna have some sort of a result, because you cannot have two no contest matches in a row. So tonight, there will be a winner, but Friday, no contest. That's what I think, guys. That's what I think. Randy is probably in the audience. Yeah, you can expect for him to jump in, to save Riddle, do something. Maybe Reigns does show up, and Randy comes out here to stop Roman Reigns. That could happen too. And Uso right there, fingers up. I don't know if he's acknowledging Uso, if he's acknowledging Roman Reigns, but he's got his fingers up. And look at that. Riddle right there has Uso between his thighs, gets him down. Look at that. Very unique offense right there from Riddle. And Uso's down. Riddle's looking to hit him with a big kick. There you go. He hits his brother, but that's okay. And Riddle is looking for a springboard? There you go. Wow, and a big uppercut from Uso to Riddle. I think he got a bit confused here between the twin action. Yep, he did get a bit lost here. And Abaddon has lost some weight. Lots of people are glad. That's true. She definitely has. Abaddon definitely has lost weight. And definitely anything is possible. You're right, Renegade brother. Expect the unexpected. Just like Miz said, just like Austin Theory said earlier, expect the unexpected. WWE would actually do two no contests in a row. It's WWE. That's right, true. Man, I just have better expectations from them. But you're right. You're right. Thanks for reminding me that it's the WWE. Anything is possible in this company. And Riddle Vincent versus Ricky. All right, there we go. Let's see, guys. Let's see. With that being said, we are in commercial once again. Is anybody counting the commercials? Is this the 5th commercial of the night? Because I've got a feeling this is the 5th commercial. And with that being said, 1 hour of the show almost done. So the first hour of the show, what did we get? We got that steel cage match. We got that Mustafa Ali versus Veer Mahaan match. They announced that the 6-pack women's challenge was going to be taking place. Then they announced that we're going to be having a one-on-one match instead. And now we're getting the match that we're getting right now, the Riddle versus Uso. So decent first hour, I guess. We got 2.5 matches, so I think that's okay. And have you seen Abaddon without makeup? I believe I have not, brother. I believe if not, no, I'll have to check it out. And I think it might turn into a tag team, man. I hate that. I hate when that happens. You know, when we get a full match, only for it to get restarted and, you know, reformed into a tag team. I hate when that happens. Hopefully that does not happen because I hate it. I literally hate it. And people shouldn't get the twins mixed up. That's right. Jimmy is taller with longer hair. Jay has the shorter hair. That's right. That's true. Indeed. But people do get them mixed up all the time. It's funny because they get the Usos. People, I look at the fans, and people really get the Usos mixed up all the time. But if you look at the Bellas, I don't think there's anybody in the world who can get the Bellas mixed up. It's so easy for people to somehow differentiate between the Bella twins, but not the Usos. I wonder why. I really wonder why. Why this discrimination? I wonder. And as we can see right now, still on commercial, guys. Sweet show so far. 1 hour done. Abaddon's really beautiful when she's not. Yeah, I mean, all women, right? I mean, look at all the women out there in the industry, outside the industry. I mean, makeup's great, but without the makeup, you see the real beauty. WWE recently did actually not recently, it's been a time. Time flies, so it's been a while. We saw that photo shoot that WWE did a while back, about 2 hours back, when they had this no makeup photo shoot featuring Rhea Ripley. I believe Bianca Belair was there. A few of the stars were there, and they did a no makeup photo shoot with the women. It was great. It was beautiful. Absolutely. And Chris says, we need Bayley in WWE now because Ronda Rousey doesn't have a real contender. You're right. Ronda Rousey is kind of out of contenders right now. Charlotte Flair sidelined. Who else is on SmackDown who can step up the game and fight Ronda? Is it gonna be Aaliyah? Or could it be Raquel going after her one more time? I mean, she did have a great match against Ronda on SmackDown. We could be seeing her again stepping up. I don't know. But Bayley would make total sense, Chris. I agree. And because Nikki Bella, oh, I see that. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. There you go. I guess the enhancements are more noteworthy than the long hair or the height of the Usos, brother. I guess. Good stuff. And right now we are still in commercial, as you can see right now. Yeah. Just waiting for this bad boy to get back from commercial. This is the 5th commercial for sure. I think it's the 5th one. So I'm going to be counting these down. The last time we watched Raw, we saw 14 commercials. It's no joke. 14 commercials. Could we be seeing 14? Could we be seeing, you know, one less, one more? We'll find out. But I guess we're going to be around that 14 commercials ballpark here tonight again. And Andy says Nikkita Lyons teased about challenging Ronda Rousey. Man, I would love that. But again, Nikkita Lyons got work to do. She's got a lot of work to do before she can step up to challenge Ronda. I mean, right now she's on NXT. She's got to work her way up and go to, you know, the main roster, go to Ronda. It's gonna be a while before she gets there. And speaking of Nikkita, speaking of NXT 2.0, Sloane Jacobs, who on the independent scene was known as the Notorious Mimi, she is gaining a lot of fan popularity. People are starting to like the Notorious Mimi or Sloane Jacobs. Let me know, what do you guys think about Sloane? Do you have an opinion on her? Do you like her? Let me know. And right now, the tables have turned around as we are back from commercial break. And Uso has the upper hand over Riddle. And Nikkita Lyons is not anything special. She's made in the ring. She just tries to be way too over-sexual. That's right, citizen. I mean, she definitely has that appeal that gets the people going. And I did speak with a few promoters about Nikkita and what do they think about it, because I try to, you know, often chat with a few of my people who are in the industry, because you get that perspective from people in the industry, and that's a very, you know, important perspective too, I believe. So always try to be in the loop with them. So I'm hearing good things about Nikkita from the promoters who have worked with Nikkita before and who are seeing her now. I'm hearing good things from them. So I understand that what she's trying to do right now is she's selling her looks and all that, but she could be in the ring too. Good in the ring too, so we'll find out. I guess we just give her some more time and see if she's only about the looks or about the moves too. We'll see that. AJ, there are 2 types of twins. That's right, Gary. That's right. 2 types of them, indeed. And Sloane Jacobs has done a fine job in the tournament. That's right, she really has, and fans have started to like her, really like her. And Victor says 1 hour to Cody. Indeed, 59 minutes and 57 seconds as I see the countdown timer right now. We are just about 1 hour away from Cody Rhodes appearing tonight. Really, I don't think that WWE has done this for any wrestler in a long time, at least. I don't think they've put a countdown on for a wrestler's appearance like that. I've never seen it, so that is interesting what they're doing for Cody Rhodes right now tonight. And Matt Riddle and Uso with those back and forth punches, and Uso gets Riddle up and slams him down hard. Riddle is in trouble. Okay, going for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out. Yeah, there you go, a kick out at a 2.8 from Riddle. There we go. The match is still going on. Again, Riddle must be feeling a bit lonely here tonight because Randy Orton chose not to accompany him to the ring, even though the Musos, together they're here as a team, as brothers. Randy Orton not here for Riddle, so that sucks. Riddle's got to be feeling a bit empty. And both of them are down right now. Uso's down. Riddle is down. Let's see what happens. Let's see if the tables are going to turn around. The fans are cheering them on, as we can see. Both the men are down. Shouldn't the referee be counting down to the 10 right now? But he's just standing there. He's not counting down. I don't know if he's forgot his duties, but there are no countouts from the referee here. But Uso trying to make his way up. There you go. He makes his way up. He's going to go for the big dive from the top turnbuckle, which I think is going to be a mistake. But he's climbing the top turnbuckle. Riddle gets away. There you go. I told you guys it was going to be a mistake. Riddle gets up. And he's got to go for the RK Bro on the top turnbuckle. Is he going to be able to do it? Is he going to be able to do it? And Uso fighting back with a big punch to Riddle and slams him down hard to the mat. And Uso, once again, he doesn't learn from his mistakes. He's looking for the big dive, a big dive, and Riddle had his knees up just in time for the dive. And Uso takes a beating right there to the midsection, actually. Look at that. That's got to be hurting. Uso is hurt. Yep, he's down now. Shoulders are down. Riddle could easily cover him, going for the pinfall. But Riddle, too, is hurt, I guess. Riddle trying to get up to his feet here. I think he could be looking to end this. Let's see. Riddle trying to make it up. Uso trying to make it up, too. Again, we see it every single week. Do not climb the turnbuckle because it does not work out in your favor. It never does. And Riddle up on his feet. Uso up on his feet. Uso going after Riddle. Riddle with an elbow strike to Uso. Look at that. Wow. Again, you're right, Victor. Great job, referee. Really a good job. Beautiful job. And with the roll-up right there. There you go. There you go. Good job, referee. Wow. We see it. Good stuff. Wow. And Riddle with the victory here. Okay, good stuff. Thanks for that, Victor. Renegade with the 2-0. Jeff with the 2-0. Victor 3-0. And Dale with the 3-0. Beautiful stuff. And Riddle gets the victory. Just like I said, guys, WWE can be pity, but this time they were not too pity. We did see a winner here tonight. But one thing's for sure. Friday, it's got to be a no contest or it's got to be a draw. Either way, it's Friday. We're not getting an actual winner. The titles are not changing hands. They're not getting unified on Friday. That is for sure. And as we can see, Riddle gets the victory, and Usos, none too happy. Randy Orton didn't come out. Roman Reigns did not come out. Tonight was all about Riddle in his solo competition, so that's sweet. And true with the 2-1. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. Good scores here tonight. With that being said, we are now into the second hour of the show. Let's see if the second hour going to be good, if it's not going to be good. The interesting part is that they literally got a lot of stuff going on in the first hour of the show. The kind of stuff that you'd expect to see in the second hour. The Matt Riddle, the Mustafa Ali, you'd expect to see those in the second hour of the show. But they gave us those to us in the first hour itself. Last week, we got Mustafa Ali in the second hour. This week, we got it in the first hour itself. So I don't know what do they have in store for us in the second hour. Hopefully, it's going to be good stuff, but you never know. I missed the first match, but I would have picked Lashley. There you go, Renegade. That would have been a good pick because what happened was that the steel cage wall, it came flying off. That's what happens when two big men fight in the steel cage matches. The wall always breaks down, and that's what happened. It went flying down, and so did Lashley, and that's how he got the win. Hello, I was watching the NWA post-show, AJ. That's nice, Bobby. It is good to see you, brother. And are you watching Raw? Are you just tuning in? It's been a decent episode. Okay, so this is what the second hour is going to be about. It is going to be about the Judgment Day, and I almost call them the House of Black once again, but no, it is a Judgment Day, and I guess this is what is going to be taking up the second hour. We're getting a look at the Rhea Ripley Liv Morgan beating from last week right now. That's right, Rhea Ripley is now a part of the Judgment Day, and a very strong part of it. And Gary with those bigger lies for Finn Balor. Okay, sweet. Man, I hate being on tape delays. I'll tell you what, when we watch Impact Wrestling, I'm 5 minutes ahead of everybody. That sucks too, because you don't want to be so far ahead of everybody else. But when we watch Raw and all these weekly shows, I am like 5 seconds behind you guys, but that sucks just as bad. I've been watching AEW Dark Elevation. Alright, Bobby, that's good. That's nice. And as we can see right now, as I'm seeing here, we're still getting those highlights from last week is what I'm getting. Okay, good stuff. Again. Alright, so still the highlights. Let's see what's going to be happening. I guess they're going to be kicking off the second hour of the show. Let's see. The highlights still going on here. Okay. Wow. Alright, so we're getting a backstage segment with Liv Morgan.
Mindset right now after you were brutally attacked by Rhea Ripley, the newest member of the Judgment Day.
Yeah, whether Rhea Ripley joins a motorcycle gang, a female rugby team, or even the Judgment Day, she's never gonna get away with this. No matter what the odds are, I never give up the fight. So you know what? I encourage Rhea to do actually whatever she needs.
Come on. Clear.
And we are here to confident.
Liv, we're a gentleman.
And you know what? Always cheers a beautiful woman, huh?
Wow.
The kiss cam.
Look at that.
Oh, thank you. No.
Alright, Los Creepy McGee's.
Wow.
Hold your feet.
Wow, look at that. Okay, so Liv Morgan is teaming up with the likes of AJ Styles and Finn Balor. That's great. This is the kind of a partnership that we want. This is what we need. This is going to elevate the careers of both Liv and Finn, and AJ is going to be helping them both. This is great. I like this. And I'm glad that AJ Styles came in just here in time, saving Liv Morgan from the kiss cam, the very creepy kiss cam of Carrillo and whatnot. And right now, let's see what happens here. That's right. I like this partnership.
Join us at ringside tonight.
That's right.
I don't know.
Wow. She doesn't
I'll
know.
think about it.
She'll think about it.
Alright.
Wow.
Alright.
She'll think about it. Okay, not a very quick judgment from Liv Morgan here tonight, but I think it's a great call. I think she should definitely be there ringside, and I like it. I like this partnership. And Renegade says Liv has to think about it. That's right. AJ tomorrow, the Hex, Allison Kay, and Marty Bell, and Mandy, and Kenzie Page, and Mickey James. Alright, that sounds great, and brother. NW tomorrow sounds great. And once again, guys, we were told that we were going to be having a six-pack women's challenge tonight. But now, we're not getting that six-pack. We're only getting a one-on-one action between Asuka and Becky Lynch. I don't know why they changed that, but we're going to be getting that tonight. This could be the main event of the night here. I think this will be the main event of the night here. Asuka versus Becky Lynch to determine the new number one contenders to Bianca Belair's Raw Women's title. Now, apart from that, speaking of the Women's Championship and speaking of the women, we have Nikki Bella. And Nikki Bella, you know, we know that she's been trying to get mainstream and she's been trying to get the mainstream success lately. Now, she was recently judging a show that was America's Got Talent Extreme. This is a spin-off of the, you know, the standard America's Got Talent show. Extreme, you know, has those extreme acts. That is what AGT Extreme is all about. And Nikki Bella had been judging the show alongside Simon Cowell and Travis Pastrana. Now, sadly for Nikki, that show is not being renewed and has been taken off the schedule of NBC. That show might not ever happen ever again. AGT Extreme might be coming to an end, and so would Nikki Bella's gig as the judge. So that sucks for Nikki. And True says 3-way had Hell in a Cell for the Raw. I see where you're going with that. I would actually like that, True. 3-way, Asuka, Becky, and Bianca. I would like that. Hell in a Cell? Hell yeah. But I've said this before, you know, we see often the times the men scaling of the structure and them going up to the top of the cell and fighting on top of the cell. You know, we see it often. This time I really want the women to do it, and I want the women to scale the structure and climb the top of the cell and fight right there, go crazy at the top. I would love to see that. And Bobby says, I'm looking forward to watching the Taya versus Natalya at NWA pay-per-view, always ready. That's right, June 11th, guys. I don't know how many of you watch NWA, but June 11th, you guys must watch it because Always Ready is going to be happening on June 11th, NWA's pay-per-view. We're going to be watching it together. We're going to be having a good time. And Chris says, AJ, I agree with you. The tag team titles for the both types, that's right, Chris. It will end in no contest. There's no reason for it to unify because we know that Fox does not want it to get unified. We know that USA is happy with its own titles too, so it's not going to happen. Not going to be unified for sure. And with that being said, we are on commercial. I guess this is the 6th or the 7th commercial of the night. Again, lots of commercials here tonight. Lots of them. And we are now about 1 hour and 11 minutes into the show, and about 6-7 commercials already. That's a lot. That's a lot. Maybe 4-way with the return of Bayley. Let's see, Chris. You know, Bayley needs to be with Ronda, just like we said. So maybe Bayley gets Ronda. Let's see. Let's see. And commercials going strong, still going on. Anybody here, though, is talking about Nikki Bella. Anybody here watches AGT, watches American Idol, watches any one of those reality shows? Let me know if you do, because I am a big fan of Simon Cowell's insults. The way he just, you know, cuts his little promos on these shows and goes after the talent. It's funny. It's funny for sure. I like it. I watch America's Got Talent mostly for Simon Cowell. He's got some funny comments for people. And let's see. Alright, so we have another news that's coming up now. We know that WWE had big plans for Harland. You know the Brock Lesnar lookalike who was recently released from NXT? WWE apparently had big plans for him. And according to a report that's coming from Ringside News, and Ringside News is a website that I don't really fully rely on. They have been known to put out some not so, or should I say just fake news. Yeah, so Ringside News, you know, take it with a grain of salt. But they have said that Harland was supposed to be the 4th member of the group, the Judgment Day. That's what the Ringside News says. Now, it could be true, could not be true, but one thing's for sure, that releasing Harland might have been a mistake. He seemed like a great guy. He seemed like he had potential. Releasing him might not have been the greatest of things. And let's see. This AJ, this will be Taya's debut match at NWA on June 11th. That's great. That is fantastic. Bobby, look forward to that. And Chris says, I don't care which brand Bayley's on. That's right, Chris. We just want Bayley. That's all that matters. That's right. Let's see. Let's see what happens. And now we're taking a look at the top 10 WWE Instagram photos of the week. Interesting. And Rhea Ripley looking good for sure, rocking that Judgment Day look. And so is Bianca Belair with the Raw Women's title. That's right. And with that being said, we're back from commercial. And there they are, the Judgment Day.
Have you been listening? Are you getting it yet? No, you're not. You're not, because by now, you should all rise and show respect to the Judgment Day.
There we go. Damien with some solid micro promo work here. I like it.
We don't take any orders. We do what we want to whoever we want.
That's right.
And if any of your precious heroes want to step to us, they'll face nothing but punishment.
I like it. Damian Priest has really improved. The promo, really solid from Damian Priest. Really bold. I like it.
And I have enjoyed every
there we go.
single second of
Some promo work from Rhea Ripley too. I like
we
it.
are done being everything that you all wanted us to be. I will not be the figure of my mistakes.
Man, I'm telling you what, Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest look so good, and Edge looks so good sitting on that throne. This is such a beauty. Such a great faction right here. So beautiful. So great.
See, I was
This is great.
to my saints of fate, because they don't take names and they don't speak lies.
That's right.
We are at the forefront of something that most of you cannot understand, especially the low-hanging fruit on the evolutionary tree. That is most of you, but there's some of you. There's some of you that are tired of pretending. See, I travel the country, I travel the world, and I see it in your faces. You're angry. And with the state of the world today, who can blame you? So stop being sheep. Join us. Join our movement.
Oh my gosh. Is Edge kind of hypnotized us right now? I think he's trying to hypnotize us, and I'm getting hypnotized. The way he's speaking, man, it seems like he's trying to form the cult and make it bigger and bigger. He wants to recruit fans from across the world, and he's asking them to join him. Wow, this is hypnotizing, guys. Close your ears if you don't want to be a part of the cult, because if you listen to Edge, you might as well want to be a part of his cult. Yeah, he's a very good orator, that's for sure. And can't stand the Bella Brats. That's right, Gary. I love that.
Are spread wide open to any WWE superstar who wants to join us, who wants to take
there we
their
go.
career to the next level with my genius guiding their way. It can even be you, AJ Styles.
Wow.
Think about it.
Ed says that his arms are open to any star that wants to take his career, his or her career, to the next level. And he says it could even be you, AJ Styles. So Edge has no hate for anybody. He is impartial. He is unbiased. He has his arms open for everybody, even for a guy who showed him utter disrespect, AJ Styles. And Renegade says, I joined. That's right, brother. I mean, I was listening to him and I'm like, yeah, I want to join. But then I realized I'm just getting played. I'm getting hypnotized by his words. And there you go. Dale also says, I joined too. Wow, he's definitely hypnotized us all, guys. All of us.
We can put the past behind us and you can start climbing onward and upward and join us on top of the mountain.
Wow.
It's a beautiful place to be. So Liv, Finn, AJ, the choice is yours.
But are they really at the top of the mountain? I mean, to be the top, you need some gold. And they've got no gold right now. Not the US title, not the women's title, not the world title. The Judgment Day has no gold. So for them to call themselves being at the top of the world might be a bit of a overstatement here. Maybe they're exaggerating here a bit too much, because really they've got no gold to back up their claims, that's for sure. And Judgment would be fun. That's right, true. That is right. And with that being said, Liv Morgan is coming out here, and again, it kind of drives me nuts that everybody gets new trons, they get new music, a new outfit. Liv Morgan changes her partners, goes from solo Liv, goes to the glamorous Liv Morgan that we saw for a bit. Then she, kind of joins Rhea Ripley, and then she's again, now teaming up with AJ Styles and Finn Balor. But poor Liv Morgan does not get a new tron, does not get any new music, does not get a new outfit. Liv Morgan just rocking the same old stuff. I don't get why. AJ, my favorite match was Mercedes Martinez versus Trish Adora on Dark. Alright, I'll have to check it out. That's right. By the way, guys, that's news. On Dark Elevation, they literally had a ROH Women's World title match. Can you believe that? That's good. Good stuff. They're really putting ROH on the map here. At least on Dark. That's good. You don't need gold to the best and on top. There you go, Renegade, with those wise words, brother. With those wise words. It looks like Liv Morgan with Finn Balor. That's right, Chris. I like it. I like it. I think this is a great union. It's going to help both Finn Balor and Liv Morgan, both of whose careers were kind of taking a hit. They were at an all-time low on the main roster. AJ Styles is really going to help them both tremendously. And Liv is better Harley Quinn. That's, maybe, that I guess, to think about it, I really like Alexa Bliss too. I think Alexa Bliss is good. But if you talk about Harley Quinn, I do agree. Liv does a better job at being a Harley Quinn. Better than Alexa. I agree with that, true. For sure. But again, they got to do something with that outfit, with the Tron, everything. Because that jacket looks hideous. That skirt looks a bit, I don't know, oversized. I don't know. But really, they got to work on the outfit and the Tron for Liv. Because it doesn't go with her personality. Maybe not anymore. They gotta do something. And Liv is giving AJ and Finn Balor the googly eyes. That's right, Renegade. She is. And Chris says, Liv is my boo. There you go. And Clay says, where's my Bailey title? Ask Renegade. Renegade is the one who's created it. He's the one who's holding it. So Renegade, where is the Bailey title, brother? Where is it? And up next is gonna be AJ and Finn versus, wow, these two guys, the Kiss Cam. I was hoping that we'd see a bigger match. Okay, but it's gonna be these two. All right, Angel Garza and Humberto are going to be wrestling these two tonight. Good stuff. We'll see how this goes. And also, the main event tonight is going to be the winner faces Bianca Belair's match. For the Raw Women's title, it's going to be the number one contenders match between Asuka and Becky Lynch. Now, going back to the Thunderdome era, it was Becky Lynch who actually dropped her title, who gave her title to the Money in the Bank holder Asuka, and made her the new champion, because she was going away on a maternity leave. But now, a few years down the line, we're going to be getting this match between them, and now they're fighting over the number one contendership for that same Raw Women's title. So what goes around comes around for sure. And now we're taking a look at the Special Olympics and Charlotte Flair, and we see Titus O'Neil, of course, doing what they do best, inspiring a future generation of heroes right there. Beautiful stuff. And there you go, Bullet Club to win. I love that, true. That's right, Bullet Club indeed. Tomorrow, Wheeler Yuta is defending the ROH Pure Championship against Josh Woods on Dark. So they're really, I guess they're using those YouTube shows to put ROH on the map, and so that fans do not forget about the ROH titles, they're putting them on the Dark shows. Interesting, brother. Interesting. Thanks for letting me know. And I wish they would put The Undertaker in his storyline just like Edge's. That's right. That's right. Yeah. Yep. And maybe we see Bailey Championship when Bailey comes back. That's right, Chris. We must do that. We must do that. Liv acting all shy around Finn and AJ Styles. So that's right. She does act shy, but it's good. I like what I'm seeing on screen between the three of them. Let's see how she does, during the match, after the match. It's gonna be interesting. I like it. I like it. That's right. As Renegade said too earlier, she's got those googly eyes tonight. And I picked Bullet Club to win, says Ricky. I love that. Judgment Day is also like, join the Dark Order. Really they are. Indeed they are. But I think they're doing it better. The production is obviously better. The wrestlers, obviously, I would say better. You've got a big legend in Edge. You've got Damien. You've got Rhea Ripley. I think a lot better for sure. If you look at Brody King, or you look at, all those Malachi Black and the guys, they don't come close. I know that some of the AEW star, one of the AEW star actually called the Judgment Day as the Walmart edition of the House of Black. But I very much disagree. I think Judgment Day is better than the House of Black. And AJ put it up tomorrow night, close to the end of NXT for Clay. That's right. That's right. I like it, Renegade. I like it, yes. So, end of the night, Renegade. End of the night, Clay. Tomorrow, end of the night, you're going to be seeing the Bayley title. But if you ask more than twice, you don't see it. I like that, Renegade. That's smart thinking. I like that. And Michael is here. Michael, good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well. And, of course, we're going to be getting the Cody Rhodes moment coming up soon. The countdown to Cody is still on. We're going to be seeing Cody Rhodes in about 38 minutes now. 38 minutes from now, Cody Rhodes is going to be coming out. We'll see what that is all about. But if I were to rate Raw so far, I don't know. I feel like last week's Raw was more entertaining. I'm not too sure why, but last week's Raw had me more entertained is what I feel. This week's Raw is not too shabby either. I think it's pretty good. Not bad. But last week's Raw kind of did it for me. So this week, even though it's good, I would still say it's a step behind. So far I would probably give it a 6 out of 10. But let's see, we still have about, half the show still to go. Maybe my rating's gonna go up or down. We'll see how this goes. But so far, I feel like last week's Raw was better. Let's see. Also, Liv is in like the Julia Hart position. Whose side she's gonna choose. That's right. You're right. Julia Hart has not been able to make up her mind yet. I hope that Liv Morgan's faster than that. AJ Amber Noah is wrestling tomorrow against Sky Blue and Dark. That's nice. Great. Amber Noah's gonna be there. Fantastic. Once again, speaking of Noah, who was also recently a guest on the Wrassingh show, you guys, if you haven't already, check out the interview with JTG as he was on the Wrassingh show this Sunday. And, the 5th time he was on the show, 5 consecutive years. What a great guy he is. So check out the interview with JTG, the Wrassingh show tomorrow. And Renegade says, I only seen 2 matches so far. So far for me is 3 out of 10. There you go, brother. Love it. Love it. Yeah, the first match was nice, but very predictable. I was saying from the very beginning that the wall's going to collapse. Something's going to happen like that. That's exactly what happened. So, yeah, predictable. Predictable for sure. And I'm getting that Veer Mahaan commercial right now. I'll tell you what, we get those Veer Mahaan commercials in India a lot. Even if you're not watching the WWE, you'll see a lot of those Veer Mahaan commercials on this very channel, in which WWE airs. So they talk about where Veer Mahaan is from India and, just talk about his roots and whatnot. They really are trying to get him over in the country. And Clay says, I'm going to bed. All right. Good stuff, Clay. Good night. See you tomorrow. And I can see you right there. NHL supports Joe Biden. Okay, good. That's a nice fact there, I guess. With that being said, we also see that the Clash at the Castle, the tickets are going to be available this Friday. And speaking of tickets, guys, I did mention that the Authors of Pain, they're good friends of mine. They were going to be having a big show in Dubai. But then Akam messaged me. He's like, brother, we're probably moving it to UK, and it's done deal now. They are moving their show. They're doing their own wrestling show, and they're doing it in the UK, in Nottingham, UK, and they're doing it on June 4th. So real quick, a few days away now, a few weeks away. It's a very last minute, very sudden. I don't know how they're doing it so quickly, but they're doing it June 4th. Authors of Pain are going to be having their own show. It's a big show. They've booked a big stadium for it. We'll see how this goes. June 4th is the day. Mark your calendars. And Trish Adora got music today on Dark. That's nice. Getting that upgrade. That's good. And Julia Hart will choose to be with the House of Black. I think so too. And Renegade says Styles and Balor my pick. And Dale says AJ and Phil is big. And with that being said, we are now seeing Kiss Cam. And this is how the match is actually stemmed from. They wanted to have Liv Morgan in the Kiss Cam, but AJ Styles and Finn Balor came to a rescue, and that's why they're having a match here tonight. But now we see they are looking for another women out there in the fans, looking for another staged women, I guess, for the Kiss Cam. We'll find out. Let's see. All right, the lady comes here, and she's ready to be kissed. And there you go. Double kisses to the lady right there. Kiss cam going on in full swing. She's got to be a plant, right? Who thinks she's not a plant? She's got to be a plant for sure, isn't it? She's got to be a plant. And Jeff says AJ and Finn. There you go. AJ and Finn says Chris Garza was better when he was shoving roses. That's right. It's true. It's true. You know, do you remember the time, the Thunderdome era, when people thought that Garza was going to be the next Eddie Guerrero? There was a lot of buzz in the dirt sheets that he was going to be, you know, the big star. He was going to get the world title matches. He was going to get that big TV time. And he was kind of getting the TV time during the Thunderdome era. But of course, all of that came crashing down. And that is why the Thunderdome era was such an eerie time. I don't know. We were not doing the watch-alongs back then, but I don't know how would I have been able to do it back then, because that was such an eerie time. Really, I don't know how many of you guys watched show regularly back then. I couldn't, because it was so eerie with all that was going on in the world. Just to focus on wrestling and watch those giant screens, it just didn't feel right. The Performance Center era, the Thunderdome era, it just didn't feel right. Yeah. And AJ, you should interview Cheeseburger. Yeah, Bobby, I would love to, brother. I would love to. I'm going to be reaching out to a lot of the wrestlers today. Yeah, I'm going to be reaching out to them, so hopefully we'll get a lot of interviews scheduled soon. And 33 minutes away, and a few seconds away for Cody Rhodes to come back, to come here on Raw. And Renegade says, Finn and AJ could make a great tag team with Liv Management. I agree. They should make this a thing. They should make this a permanent thing, at least for the time being. This should be a thing for sure. And I'm looking forward to watching AJ Kazana. Alright, Bobby, that's good. We'll see. What is the point of the Cody content? I think true, the point is that WWE wants the ratings to be sky high. They want it to be an all-time high for Cody. I think what they're trying to do here is they're trying to prove to the network that the Cody Rhodes honeymoon phase is not over. I think that is what they're trying to prove. Because can you imagine, with the show that's going on right now, I don't know how many people want to watch Angel Garza and Carrillo wrestling here tonight, so I can imagine a few of them would actually tune out for this match. But again, I think WWE would want to have the ratings intact, and they would want the ratings to peak for Cody Rhodes. And that is why they have the countdown on. It's going on, and people are thinking, wait, is something big going to be happening at 10 p.m.? Maybe I'll tune back in at 10 p.m. And with that, WWE is going to be proving to the USA Network and to their investors that, look, Cody Rhodes is such a draw that even if our ratings drop for the second half of the show, they go back up, and they go back up in a major way for Cody Rhodes. I think that is why what they're trying to prove here, brother. I think that's why they have a countdown for Cody. And with that being said, clothesline to Angel, he goes down, and to Humberto goes down as well. Cleaning the ring right there is Finn Balor and AJ Styles, and they look for the dive right there. Look at that, diving down on both the opponents. Yep, good stuff. AJ and Finn, as you'd imagine, they're on fire. Kayla Braxton is looking to doing more stuff away from WWE. Good for her. Kayla is talented. I always saw Kayla as the next Renee Young. Now, the problem with Renee Young was that she was good, but she knew that she was good. And she wanted to be a bigger part of the company. She did not just want to be a backstage interviewer. She wanted more and more. And that's why she got her own Talking Smack show. Then she got her commentary gig. Then, of course, she got her Fox show, because she wanted to do more and more with the company. And if you're a backstage interviewer, if that's your role, if you're not a wrestler, you can only do so much. And that is what she was not happy with. She wanted a bigger role with the company, which she did not get. Which she did get to a certain point, but she felt like she hit the glass ceiling, which she was frustrated about. She wanted to do more, wanted to be a bigger part, and that's why she eventually left the company. And I feel like Kayla as well, she's super talented, she's really good, and she would also probably want to do more and more, which she will, I guess, outside of the company eventually. And Ricky says, I pick Asian Finn. That's right, no brainer. They gotta win. And Tony's here. Tony, good to see you, brother. He says, sup, AJ, sorry I'm late. Don't be sorry, brother. It is good to see you. And he says, since it's a tag team match, I picked the Bullet Club. That's right. There is no way in hell that Bullet Club is jobbing out to the likes of Angel or Humberto, that's for sure. Tony, it's good to see you, my man. And Sky Blue versus Amber Noah on Dark tomorrow. That's right, Chris. Looking forward to that. And if you guys have not checked out my interview with Amber Noah on the Wrassingh show, you should, because, you know, Amber Noah, it was the first time ever that she actually did an interview right from her garage, right from her Noah garage. The only interview that she's ever done from the Noah garage. So check it out on the Wrassingh show. And also the recent interview that I did with JTG, which came out just yesterday. Check it out if you haven't already, guys. And AJ, who else do you want to see wrestle against Mercedes Martinez for the ROH Women's title? That's a good question, Bobby. I mean, there are so many out there that can wrestle her. We're going to do a good job against her for the ROH title. If I really want to go up there, I would like to see her against Hayter. You know, Hayter with the ROH title would be nice. I think it would be nice. So that would be sweet. Now, apart from that, I would also like to see some of the ROH originals come back, you know. Of course, Vincent and the guys are happy with Impact right now. With Honor No More, they're doing a good job there. So they don't need to come back if they don't want to. But if you talk about the wrestlers who were let go from ROH, who have not found another gig elsewhere, who have not signed with another promotion, who have been sidelined, somebody like, you know, Wita One-Star, you know, she should be there. She should be recruited by AEW or ROH to wrestle, because she was a big part of ROH when she was there with Vincent and all those guys. So I think she should be there. And a few other guys who have not found a gig elsewhere, they should be there, because ROH needs its own new unique roster. And Anna Jay versus Mercedes Martinez would be nice too, Chris. I like that. With that being said, we are still on commercial. Still going strong. I tell you, lots of commercials tonight. Lots of them. And if you can look right now, we are about more than halfway done with the show. That's right. We are done with about an hour and 34 minutes of the show here. And Styles and Finn Balor versus them. These guys still going on right now. Humberto trying to get the upper hand, or should I say the upper knee here. Yeah, he's got AJ Styles locked in the submission hold, but there's no way that AJ Styles is not going to be able to reverse it, get away from it, or, you know, beat them up. That's for sure. Maybe the reason for the countdown to Cody clock is to keep people... That's right, that's what I'm talking about, Gary. It's either to keep people awake or to have them back for the show at 10 p.m. That's it. But really, I must say that last week's show and the week prior's show was better. This week, it did sound great on paper, and that's what I said when we were kicking off the watch-along. I said, I'm expecting a great show here tonight. Not an average show, a great show, because it just seems great on paper. They've got the 6-pack women's challenge. They got the, you know, Alexa Bliss coming back, Lacey Evans coming back, all that stuff. Omos versus Lashley in the steel cage. But somehow, the first half of the show, they've managed to make it not so great. Not so great, really. Maybe the second half is going to be better, but the first hour, I can say with full confidence, not the best, really. Today, I watched Mercedes Martinez promo. She said she would defend her title against anyone. There you go. That's what a fighting champion should say. And AJ Styles looking to make the tag to Finn Balor, and with a big kick to Humberto. Humberto goes down. Liv Morgan looks happy. She's cheering on the guys. And AJ Styles going to Finn. And Liv Morgan looks so happy for them. And Finn Balor in the ring right now. And Finn Balor and Liv Morgan obviously getting the best seats in the house. The best view in the house right there. As Finn Balor lays it down to both of them. Both of them are in trouble. Finn Balor has a double team, a bit of a handicap situation right now, but he's making the most of it. He's dominating both the guys at once. Finn Balor is on fire. I would like to see Mercedes versus Miranda Elise. That's a good one, brother. I'd like that too. And Finn Balor with the kick now to Angel. And wow, he's got Angel where he wants him. Angel rolls it up for the cover. You gotta be kidding me. And no, he kicks out. Finn Balor kicks out. And Jason with the breaking news. All right, brother Jason, let us know. What is the breaking news? And Angel with a big knee to the face of Finn. And with a drop kick to AJ Styles. Angel gets Finn up. Are you kidding me? This is not how it's ending, right? Angel's not winning this one. There you go. Finn Balor with the reversal. Gene, brother, it is good to see you, my man. And there you go. Liv Morgan is happy once again because Finn Balor once again in control. There we go. Yeah, these guys have a great chemistry. You can see how happy Liv Morgan is. And with a big kick to the face of Finn, Angel Garza tags Humberto in, and Liv Morgan seems like she's shocked. And Humberto going for the big one and running it with a 3-0, which I guess means that the Bullet Club with the victory. There you go. Finn Balor gets his legs up in time. With that being said, the Bullet Club, that is AJ Styles and Finn Balor, with the victory. And 4-0 for Dale. Dale is invincible tonight. Perfect score from Dale and from Jeff. Good stuff. And as we can see here, 3-0 Ricky. Beautiful, beautiful stuff, brother. And that's right. AJ Styles got to go for the big elbow. There you go. Yeah. With that being said, we have a winner. We have the Bullet Club that picks up the win. I can see the scores right there. Dale is leading with a 4-0. Jeff is leading. Ricky's leading. Good stuff. And True, Renegade, not too far behind. 3-0, 3-1. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. And with that being said, Bullet Club pick up the victory here. We're done with more than half of the show, and so far, I would still say not thoroughly impressed. Not thoroughly impressed. But let me know, how do you guys like the show so far? And Bobby says, AJ, which former WWE wrestlers do you want to see wrestle at NWA Empowered 2? That's a good question. And, you know, one name that I think might surprise you, I gotta say Nia Jax. I mean, I think Nia Jax would really draw some eyes to NWA Empower, which they should, right? They should draw a lot more eyes to the product. So Nia Jax, if she shows up, I think she's gonna bring a lot of people with her. So I like that name for sure. And Jason says, breaking news: Sasha Banks and Naomi have walked out of Raw due to a fight with Vince over creative decision. So that is why Asuka is fighting. I think that you meant fighting, not fingering. But yeah, that's surprising. Okay, with the Too Sweet right now from AJ and Finn. And Liv Morgan joins the Too Sweet party. I like it. That's right, Renegade. Too Sweet from the three of them. And Kevin Owens now backstage. And he's wearing a Sami Zayn Forever t-shirt. Man, that is weird, considering whatever Sami Zayn is doing on SmackDown. You know, trying to fight for his reputation. And now you see Kevin Owens literally wearing a Sami Zayn t-shirt. Yeah, that goes contrary to the current storyline that Sami Zayn is involved in. But good for Sami to have a friend like Kevin. That's nice, and that's right, Tony, Too Sweet indeed. And we have the Swoosh Army with Kevin Owens backstage. There you go. And that's weird. That's very surprising, Jason, if that's what happened, if they had a creative backlash backstage. It's weird, for sure. And as we can see right now,
were contaminated what appeared to be barbecue sauce on the sink. Barbecue sauce.
Elias must have eaten pulled pork, smoked ribs before the show.
Yes. Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Really? You know what? Maybe we should give him a lie detector test, because I specifically remember that week you were eating ribs and catering like there was no tomorrow.
I know what happened here, okay? The chain of custody got broken along the way. Somehow that's what happened.
Yes.
No
This
worries.
is useless.
No worries. We can run ancestry tests. We'll find out about Elias's family tree.
No more tests. They never work. You're supposed to be the smartest man in the world.
I am.
Really, while Elias is making you look like an idiot. You gonna let him make you look like an idiot?
oh gosh. So, you guys know I'm not a big fan of Sami, I'm not a big fan of Theory, but really the Swoosh gets me triggered. I cannot tolerate the Swoosh. It's too cringy for me.
Oh, yeah?
Too cringy.
No, you say that every week. Just go do it, okay? Go do it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh my gosh, the thank you and the Swoosh. I cannot tolerate these two. Really, too cringy, too energetic for no reason. I cannot take it. And that's right, Bobby says, I would like to see Persia Porra and Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai. We'll love those. Those will be some big names for Empower, and they should be there. And let's see, Kevin still loves Sami. He does. Yeah, the love that he has for Sami is forever, and that's good. And Citizen says, yeah, just read it too. I think it was Sasha who just walked out. That's crazy. So Sasha and Vince, they had a fallout, I believe. That's crazy. I mean, really, really crazy. And that's true. I'm seeing it right now as well. Sasha Banks has walked out after... that's right. It says Sasha Banks walks out of Raw due to creative issues with Vince McMahon, because WWE was advertising a women's six-pack challenge with the winner earning a future title match against Bianca Belair. And yeah, she walked out. And Mike Johnson of PW Insider, he's saying, and I quote, the word making the rounds backstage is that taping is that Sasha Banks took issue with some of the planned creative for the original main event, a Raw six-pack challenge to determine the next challenger for Bianca Belair at Hell in a Cell. Banks had a meeting with Vince McMahon, and the belief among those we've heard from is that Vince McMahon did not choose to change directions on the plans, and Banks would not back down on her issues and made the decision to leave the taping. So this is not the first time that Banks has had a problem with Vince McMahon's creative, and she has had this emotional outburst backstage. Not the first time, and perhaps not the last time either. And there you go, it's happy time now. It's time to put on a smile on our faces, because there you see it. Alexa is out here.
Introducing first, from Columbus, Ohio, Alexa Bliss.
True, I just realized it. I just realized it, guys, because I was watching it on mute. So I just unmuted it when you mentioned that she has a new theme song. And true, you are so right. This is a jobber theme. What are they doing right now? What are they doing? This makes no sense. Alright, so this theme song that they have going right now for Bliss literally makes no sense. Everything that they have going on with her character and the way she's walking down and her hair and the lily, the theme song literally makes zero sense. I don't know who came up with that. I think it's a terrible idea. I don't know. I think it's a terrible idea because she still has somewhat of a dark character going on. Somewhat still selling that out. So the new theme song, it makes little sense to me. So I agree with True. Really, jobber theme song. I love that. And MG says that Sasha deserves better. And Citizen says Sasha should not be in a tag team. She's too dang good. There we go. We'll see what happens here. And Tony says Chase University is better than Sue. That's for sure. That is for sure. They are better, 100%. But I'm really surprised about Sasha. We've seen her in a similar situation at WrestleMania, of all places, before. And now we're seeing her in a similar situation again. What does this mean for Sasha Banks? What does this mean for her tag team titles with Naomi? Lots of questions. I pick Alexa Bliss and I like her new theme song, says Chris. Okay. Alright, what do you guys say? I mean, everybody here. What do you think? Do you like Alexa's new theme song? I don't know. I'm a bit confused here. I might have to watch it again and try to understand the whole concept, the idea behind the theme song, because from the little bit that I did hear, I didn't really like what I heard right there. Did you get rid of Byron Saxton? No, Jason, he's still here, but he just stays so quiet that the camera is only focusing on me. But Byron is still very much here, very much here. That's right, he's still here. And Ricky says SRS just tweet about Sasha and Naomi. That's right. We first was reported by what website was that? First was reported by another website, and now other websites are obviously talking about it. So that's good. So PW Insider was the first website that reported it, that Sasha has walked out, and now Fightfuls are talking about it too. That's sweet. And True is not a fan of Alexa's new theme song. Neither am I. I'm not too sure what's going on here. And Run DMG says, we want Cody. And Cody is going to be here very soon. Top of the third hour, he's going to be here at about 10 p.m. Eastern, which means we're only 17 minutes away from Cody Rhodes coming out. And Chris says she left Bayley after WrestleMania 35, and Bayley did fine. Indeed. We know what happened at Mania 35. It was crazy. And Tony says, I want Rhodes to the top, not Mr. and Mrs. Miz. Wow. That's right, Mr. and Mrs. Miz is coming out soon, but Rhodes to the top. Oh, I don't know if it's ever going to be here, because if obviously what happened with AEW, he's no longer with the company, he's no longer on the TNT or TBS network, so that's not going to be happening. But we're going to be seeing Mr. and Mrs. We might see a spin-off of Road to the Top 2, you never know, we'll see. But I wouldn't want that. I'm not a big Brandy Rhodes fan, so I don't want to see them, but we'll see. And Baron is quiet, but I don't trust that. That's right, Renegade. I wouldn't trust Baron either. That's why, he's off camera for most of the times, because scary guy. He's a scary guy. And you know what? Again, my phone's missing. And every time my phone is missing, it's usually, in Baron's corner. So I would not be surprised if he has my phone once again, because I cannot see it again. It's always Baron Corbin who takes it away. And Bobby says, I would like to see Ariana Grace and Sloane Jacobs wrestle at NXT Level Up. That's right, Sloane Jacobs has been a regular on Level Up these days, and she has really been, in the eyes of the fans. They have been talking about her. If you look at social media, fans are loving Sloane Jacobs. And of course, she was known as the notorious Mimi on the independent scene beforehand. Now, Sloane Jacobs, she has a name for herself already, and she's only gonna get better in NXT. We'll see. And they shouldn't lose the Women's Tag Team Championship at WrestleMania. That's right. But what's happened. The past is in the past. Now let's talk about the future. Let's talk about what's happening right now. Why did Sasha walk out? Did Vince McMahon want to break up the tag team? Did he want Naomi to perhaps win the whole thing tonight? Or did he want Sasha to win it and break the tag team up? Or was there something else that was being worked out that she did not like? Now, I don't know, it's weird that it's always Sasha Banks who's the one who's complaining as well. So that's weird. There's no denying her talent, but she always is in some controversy here and there. So that is something that we'll have to look out for. I'm pretty sure we're going to hear more about it by tomorrow. We'll get to know more details about the situation. But Sasha Banks has walked out of Raw, and that is the truth. And Alexa Bliss looking good in the middle of the ring, and out comes Sonya Deville. Of course, we saw this last week. Sonya Deville was heartbroken. Again, Sonya Deville is no longer the authority. She's no longer in that position. So I think it's about time we get rid of that Tron, where we see Sonya Deville in that suit, because she's not going to be rocking the suit anymore. But she's coming out here, and she's coming out here not happy. Of course, she's still not happy about losing her position as in charge of Raw. And as she walks out here, she does not look happy. She looks mad. But Alexa Bliss just so calm, so quiet. Bliss looks good. Did Sasha really walk out, or is it a work? So true, what they're saying is that she's really walked out, and I feel like it's really a walkout, because it's embarrassing, right? If in front of the world you announce something like a 6-pack challenge, but out of the blue you just change it to a one-on-one match. It's kind of embarrassing, isn't it? So I do feel it's not a work. It's got to be true. I think it's true. Yeah, I think it's shoot, but we'll find more about it. I think by tomorrow we'll get more details. And they shouldn't lose. That's right, Jason. I think Sasha and Naomi will drop the titles to the argument, and Sasha will leave again. You never know, Jason. We don't know how bad the argument got between Vince, but if you're arguing with Vince, it's bad either ways. And Alexa with a slap to the face of Sonya Deville. Alexa Bliss is not taking any crap from Deville right there. Deville was going to go for the clothesline. Alexa with the dodge and a shoulder tackle and the drop kick. Sonya down. Alexa Bliss on fire. You gotta love the new energy that Bliss is bringing to the table. Looking good here. And Bayley not returns to WWE is getting old, says Chris. That's right. And Sonya just kicked the crap out of Alexa Bliss. But right now, as we are seeing here, Alexa Bliss is dominating. Oh, wow. And I read a kick, and she does do it. She kicks Alexa Bliss right there in the midsection, going for the cover, and a kick out from Alexa. The match is going strong here. And Sasha is going to Hollywood. She might. I think she'd do well over there. And AJ, you should check out Sherry Martel Classic at Reality of Wrestling YouTube channel. Alright, thanks for that, Bobby. I'll check it out. And True says Sonya to win. Okay, Bobby was great. Okay. Alexa Bliss for the win, says Dale. Jeff says Bliss as well. I gotta go with Bliss too. Bliss has come back with this great energy, new theme song, everything. She's got this big smile on her face. Bliss should win, I think. But we'll find out. And a big close sign right there once again from Sonya to Bliss, going for the cover one more time. And a kick out from Bliss. The match is still going on, and we are about 13 minutes away from Cody Rhodes coming out. So we're done with about 2 hours of the show, which is great. Congratulations. We have made it through 2 hours of Raw. That's great. Now let's see how the third hour is going to be, because Cody Rhodes is going to be out. We still have not seen Lacey Evans yet. We've not seen her. And, it's being talked about that Lacey Evans will be here tonight, and she will be turning heel tonight. So we might see her in the main event, somehow interfering, making the main event all about herself. We could see that as well. Changing the landscape of the whole damn thing could happen. Because the third hour, they've got limited time. They've got Cody Rhodes in there. They've got the main event. Lacey could get involved. And maybe that's what Sasha Banks did not like. We'll see. And there you go. Ricky says Bliss for the win. At age of last time Sasha got mad at Vince, Sasha and Bayley lost the titles. That's right. A few years ago. Indeed. 12 minutes until Cody break. That's right, brother. Cody's going to be here in about 12 minutes, which means this match is going to be over very soon. We're going to see the end of this match in a few minutes, and then we'll go to commercial, and we come back from commercial. It's going to be time for the American Nightmare. And Sonya going for the cover one more time, and Alexa once again with a kick out. And Bobby says, AJ, I would like to see Alex Garcia. I would like to see that too. Indeed. I'd like that. I want to see, speaking of talent and who do we see on ROH, I want to see ROH finally getting their own weekly show. Right now, they don't have a TV deal, which I think is a problem. But if you look at AEW's own shows, if you look at Rampage, it also is in a bit of trouble here, because it also gets thrown around here and there on TNT. So they need to get sorted out the TV deal for Rampage and for ROH. And Alexa was going to go for the clothesline. Sonya Deville with the spinebuster going for the cover. And there you go. Renegade 4-0. Dale 5-0. Sonya made an error. That's right. 3-1 in prediction, says Chris. Beautiful stuff, guys. Beautiful. Wow. As we can see here, Alexa Bliss with another victory, Sonya Deville with another loss. Yeah, Sonya Deville is just getting those losses, those L's left and right, but Bliss is only climbing to the top. She's come back hot, she's come back strong, and she's gonna maintain that heat for sure. Bliss with another big victory here, and True says that was awful indeed. Indeed, that was awful. Again, I'm not a big fan of tonight's show. Really not a big fan. Really, this show could have been better. Alexa Bliss looks dazed, she looks kind of hurt. Yeah, this match was a bit sloppy for sure. Yep, not the biggest fan of this match or the show tonight. But let's see, maybe Cody Rhodes is going to change my perspective on tonight's show. Now, Cody Rhodes is going to be out soon. We're going to be going to commercial. Let's take a look at the time. Yes, we have about 9 minutes before Cody Rhodes comes back. So maybe we have something more than just a commercial. Maybe a backstage segment too. We'll see. But right now, the referee holding Alexa Bliss' arm up in victory. Alexa Bliss has won, and Sonya Deville could she be snapping out? It looks like she's snapping out. That's right. And she's arguing with the referee right now. Dale says she hit the referee. Okay, so I'm on a delay here. There we go. So she should be hit with a fine, shouldn't she? The last time, I believe, it was somebody else who hit Sonya, and she hit them with a fine, for raising their hand on an authority position. Now Sonya Deville has hit an official here, so she should be hit with the fine as well. Sonya Deville hits a referee, slaps a referee. That's ridiculous. I agree, Tony. A Stephanie McMahon wannabe indeed. Sonya Deville headed to the back. She just doesn't look happy. It's weird. It looks like Sonya Deville isn't happy being a wrestler. I mean, if you are happy being a wrestler and you get to wrestle, you should be happy about it, right? You get the opportunity that the world wants. I mean, wrestlers around the globe want to be in the WWE and they want to wrestle on Monday Night Raw. Sonya Deville doesn't look happy being a wrestler. She wants to be authority, which I think is a problem. And age of the match between Mercedes Martinez and Trish Adora was the main event of Dark Elevation. Alright, I'll check it out once again, guys. If you haven't checked it out already, Bobby with some news here. The ROH Women's World title was defended on Dark Elevation earlier tonight, so that is pretty cool. And I don't blame her, the referee is... There you go, true. That's right. It's true that the referee is one of the least liked referees for me as well. I don't like this referee a whole lot. And Sonya Deville will get in trouble. That's right. I agree, Chris. She's got to get in trouble. You do not hit the official, no matter who the official is. No matter it's the GM, it's somebody in charge, or it's a referee. You do not hit the official. And right now we can see they're buying some time because we still have about 7 minutes to go before, the Cody Rhodes segment happens. So right now they're giving us those highlights from a few weeks ago from Backlash and whatnot. Then we're going to go to commercial and then Sonya will come out. So we'll see how that goes. And Clay says, AJ, who won the Gallatin title? That's right. So a bit of a controversy here because we had the Gallatin title being defended this past Saturday at the NJPW Capital Collision pay-per-view. The title was defended and we had a draw here. It was a draw, and Andy, Chris, and True, all three of them had a draw. They all had great scores and they all had a draw, which means that right now the Gallatin title is vacated, has been vacated, and Andy, Chris, and True will be starting off the next WWE pay-per-view predictions with a +1 advantage, with a +1 score. That is what's going to be happening. So yeah, look forward to that. And Bobby says, I like Willow Nightingale. Willow Nightingale is good for sure. Yeah, and she's getting some opportunities too recently, so that is great. And right now we can see, again, those highlights are going strong. Cody and Seth, they're talking about those rivalry, giving us those clips from the past before they go to commercial. Yeah. Oh, wow. They're not going to commercial, are they not? Gotta be kidding me. Wow, they're not going to commercial. I'm surprised. Cody is out earlier, right? True. So I guess what they're gonna do here is they're gonna give us Cody Rhodes' entrance and then they will go to commercial, I guess. Because the commercial's gotta be there. It's gotta be there. And Cody Rhodes coming out here. Oh, you can never get over this entrance. It's great. There we go. There he is. Looking good. Looking dapper in that suit right there. Good stuff. I respect Cody because he's a self-made man. Nobody handed this to him. Nobody did. He's not here because of his father. That's not true. He's not here because of his brother or his father. He's here because of his own strategy, because of his own game plan, his own mind, his own genius. He did a little circle of the indies. He went around there. He did a little thing with AEW, became the EVP, and now he really, made himself the man that he is right now, and he came over back to the WWE. So he's a self-made man, and I can respect that. And the American Nightmare, that's right, Tony, he is here, and he's making his way to the ring right now. Pretty sure they're going to go to commercial, right? If they do not, I'd be shocked. I'd be really shocked. And Bobby says, AJ, who do you want to see wrestle against Jade Cargill for the TBS title? Fantasy match, brother, I'd love to see Jade versus Lash. And there you go. Now, that's the WWE night, I know. That's how you do it. With that being said, they go to commercial. Yeah, had there been no commercial, I would have been shocked. Maybe heartbroken. But yeah, that is our good old WWE. Go back to commercial. Great. This is the company that I love. That's right. And Renaissance says, anybody know where I can get a Cody Rhodes ROH replica belt? No longer for sales at Figures INC. I'll look into it. So I'm aware of a few of these. These are independent guys I'm aware of. And they create their titles themselves and they sell them. I know them through Instagram. I'll look it up. If I can find somewhere, brother, I'll let you know. But the Cody Rhodes ROH replica belt, really beautiful. Yeah, that's right. And WWE tried to bury Cody. That's right. They did try it. That's why I say he's not here because of his father or his brother. He's here because of his own genius. And it's great. I can applaud that for sure. With that being said, we are again on commercial. I don't know if it's the 10th or the 11th commercial, but we've seen a lot of them for sure. And yep, we are done with 2 hours of the show. 3rd hour kicking off now. Hopefully it's going to be a better hour than the first 2. Thank you, brother. Thank you. What is HBK going to book next on tomorrow's NXT? Now, I don't know, because he's got some great stars on NXT. He's got a diamond mine for sure. Literally, he's got a diamond mine on NXT right now. All the stars, they're booming. So good. All of them just so good. So tomorrow, we know, let's take a look at what they're teasing right now, what they're talking about right now. So what they're saying is that, wow. Okay, I see it now. Wow, okay. So June 4th, NXT is going to be bringing In Your House. So it's going to be a special In Your House. And we're going to be seeing Cameron Grimes going against Carmelo Hayes for the American title. And the Creed brothers are also going to be fighting the Pretty Deadly at In Your House, NXT In Your House, Saturday, June 4th. So we're finally going to be getting a weekend special from NXT. Basically a pay-per-view from NXT on June 4th. On a Saturday. I think this is the first time perhaps we're seeing an NXT show on a weekend. That's good. Good for them. That's nice. And of course tomorrow we're going to be seeing the storyline continuing between Escobar and Tony D'Angelo and whatnot. So that's going to be good. We'll see. There's a lot going on. Tony D'Angelo, Escobar, we know that there was a lot of back and forth. I mean, Tony D'Angelo abducted Escobar's guy. Escobar did the same to Donnie. We saw that crazy Natalya versus Cora Jade match last week, so we could be seeing a fallout from all of that tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. And Cody buries Stardust in front of Mr. McMahon and another con. That's right, he does, and they can do nothing about it. And Michael says, heard Beth is upset with Rhea. Is that right? I wonder, why would that be? I wonder. And Chris says, Uso and Mandy Rose made history. Uso be SmackDown tag team. That's right, it's true. Mandy already is the NXT Women's Champion 200 days, and Uso also making history with 300. Beautiful, Chris. Thanks for letting us know. That's great. And once Cody wins the title, he will leave and go after the AEW. You never know, because Cody Rhodes, one thing is for sure, he's a smart businessman. He doesn't work. And the funny part is that he's out here and he cut a very emotional promo, and he said that he's here because of the family, because of he was emotionally driven to join the WWE because he wants to do what his father could not do. He wants to do it for his father. But one thing's for sure, Cody Rhodes is not an emotional man. He's a businessman. And that is why he left his friends at AEW and he joined the WWE once again. And he could do it again. If he gets a better offer from AEW, he'll do it all over again, and that is for sure. And Renaissance says, I'm fine with commercials, but no commercials during main event is a must. I agree. No, I just like having fun with the commercials, I love complaining about it for no reason. It's fun. And as you can see here, Cody Rhodes, we're back from commercial, and Cody Rhodes getting those cheers from the fans. There you go. And Liz, good to see you. Can you give some advice? What's happening, brother? I'm not too sure. To get a title. I'm not too sure what you mean by that. Let me know. Yeah, the fans are loving Cody. I don't know, the sounds are piped in, but fans are making some noise for Cody Rhodes right now, it seems.
Seth Rollins is not here. And although
know I am surrounded by lovers here in Virginia. And millions watching at home. I hope at least that Seth is listening. Last week, I tried to move forward.
Wow, okay.
I tried to extinguish this chapter in our career, and Seth, he went ahead
and Sasha, good to see you again. And let's see, Carlito, good to see you again, brother. And Asia, I guess Sasha got upset because she was not going to win. Apparently, that's much as that would have been. That's right.
Anything from him ever again. So, inquiring minds, I have to know, what is it that I took away from you? What did he lose? 2 matches? A winning bonus? A momentary spotlight? It isn't as if...
And Tony says, Seth is not here. Good. And that's what I felt too. Good. No longer. We don't have to bear those laughters from Seth Rollins tonight, so I think that's okay. But Cody Rhodes with some solid promo work here right now. But the reaction that we're getting from the fans to Cody Rhodes' promo, the instant reaction that we're getting, it almost sounds too good to be true. I've got a feeling that a lot of the sounds, a lot of those noises that the fans are making are piped in for this Cody Rhodes promo because the reaction is too instant and just too picture perfect.
Yeah. Seth Rollins shows up to WWE shielded up, and I would remember I was one of the bitter boys in the locker room. Within months, he had won tag team gold. Within a few years, he had climbed the metaphorical and very real ladder in our sport. He had won the WWE Championship. He had shattered the glass ceiling, and for skeptics like myself, he had proved there was a glass ceiling in the first place. Seth Rollins won his way to the top.
It's true.
My story's a little different.
That's right, Chris. I love that. And Tony, I love that, brother. Too elite? No. Pretty much on point. That's right. Wrestling fans love the Cody Rhodes family. Indeed, they do. And even though Cody feels like he's an outsider, he really is much loved by everybody. I would love to see if WWE Shop puts out the Cody Rhodes version. I wonder if it's not on sale. Did they pull it away? Because I did see it on sale not too long ago. Check it out again.
Endured.
List the replica titles are there on WWE Shop, brother. You can check it out.
You learn so much from loss. You learn how to live, how to love, how to adapt, how to reinvent yourself. The difference between a revolutionary interview and actual revolutionary actions. And the number one thing that I learned.
I love it. Cody Rhodes with some solid promo work. Really, he's gotten so much better than the last time we saw in the WWE when it comes to the mic skills. So good, so good. And Sasha, I must say, tonight's Raw, not the best. SmackDown perhaps was a lot better last week. I think so. And that's right, Andy. It's a very heartbreaking news that Haksaw's cancer has returned. We can only pray for him, send him our best wishes, keep him in our prayers, and hopefully he beats cancer once again. And Chris says, whenever Sasha Banks' Women's Tag Team Champion, she walks out. That's true. Good point.
But what this comes down to, truly, does Seth Rollins, his embarrassment over losing 2 matches, outweigh my quest for vindication? And if quest for vindication sounds hyperbolic, here's another way to put it. My second chance. Everyone here tonight knows what it's like to get a second chance.
That's right.
You don't take it for granted.
You're right.
And if Seth Rollins intends on denying me said second chance, buddy, you're gonna have to kill me.
Oh yeah, love that. And that's right. Bobby says, Age of which former WWE wrestler do you want to see wrestle against Kenzie and Natalia Markova? Wow. Against Natalia, I can't believe that I'm saying this, but I might like to see Natalia versus Eva Marie. I don't know why I'm saying this, but I'd like to see that. And Renaissance, I see you now, brother. I see you now. Love that. And True says, Virgil, that's right. Virgil is sick indeed. And not only is he physically sick, but he's also doing very poorly financially. And he's asked for fans to help him out in this difficult time. Hopefully, people will be able to help him out because Virgil, as we know, he's been dealing with financial troubles for a while now. And now that he's been burdened with all the medications and all the expenses that comes with dealing with the sickness, It must be a lot for him. So, yeah, thoughts are with Virgil and with Hacksaw, both of them. And there you go. He is here. Wow, Seth Rollins out here wearing a green screen, a blazer made out of the green screen right there. Seth Rollins looking good, the Drip King. And that's right, we're going to be getting the match, the third time, Hell in a Cell, Cody versus Seth Rollins. Really a long rivalry here. And Run DMD says, acknowledge Cody. That's right, Sasha, I agree. And AJ, I want to meet Bailey. That's right. How do I meet Bailey? You gotta wait for Bailey to come back. And you want a piece of me, sir? You got it, brother. That's right, brother. That is right. It's a Joker set. Indeed, Tony. I love that jacket he's got on. Burn it down. How's Raw? Cool? No, Carlito. You gotta spit in the face of Raw. Not very cool tonight.
For one more go around. This time inside.
Hell in a Cell. That's right. Again, the fan sounds are piped in. I'm telling you guys, listen to the fans. Too good to be true. Too loud and too on point. Really not even a second of delay here. As soon as they say something, they pop. Which they really don't need to pop so much. So, really piped in for sure. Alright, so it's official. We're going to be getting Cody set one more time inside the cage. Inside the Hell in a Cell. Third time.
I am going to exploit every one of your...
Alright, so he's gonna exploit him totally. Alright. And Bobby says, I would like to see Natalia Marcoa, Dakota Kai, Kenzie, Tam. That's nice. Even if Rollins wins, he still loses a series of matches. That's right. That's what the funny part is, brother, because when we see best of 3, it's usually person A wins the first match, person B wins the second match, and then the third match is like, to decide who's the best of them all. And this time, we're just seeing, 3 matches. Cody's won 2 of them, so that is interesting for sure. There you go. And that's right, the crowd is not even reacting. A lot of people, they're just sitting quiet. When they're actually piping in those crowd sound and they pan across the crowd, you see a lot of people just sitting there but not reacting at all. And you hear people popping, so it really makes no sense. I don't know why do they need to pipe in the sounds like that. Really not cool. Carlito, not cool. That's right. And Ricky says Raw was boring tonight. I'm not a fan as well. And Tony says Asuka. That's right, Asuka is there. We see a backstage interview featuring Asuka.
Will be facing Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's Championship. What's your reaction to the news? Cries like a big time, baby. But tonight, I'll give her a reason to cry. Because I'm ready for the Royal Women's Champion. And
Alright, so Dale says Asuka looking hot. I don't know, I'm kind of speechless. Whenever I see her just going over the top rope and just acting the way that she's acting right now, just a bit too much, right? Bit too loud, bit too energetic, bit too cringy. It just, such a turn off, I must say. It's so weird to see her acting like that. We've seen her as the Empress, as the absolute, unstoppable force, and now to see her dancing around, making jokes, and acting a bit too crazy. I don't know, it just doesn't work for me. Not the biggest fan of this behavior from Asuka. Don't find her hot either, Dale. I don't. Weird. And Raw is at a 4.5 out of 10. I agree, Renegade. For me as well, it was at about a 6. Now it's falling down to about a 4.52. Renegade, I agree with you. And that's right. And Sasha was kind of speechless right there. And the Sush Academy, the Alpha Academy coming out right there. That's right, guys. Sush Renaissance. You're right, brother. He's coming out. They are coming out. Would have been better match if Seth won the second. I agree. What is this third match all about? What are they trying to prove? Is Rollins trying to prove that, hey, you know what? I'm not a loser. I can win against Cody. What does Cody have to prove? He's proven it all already. So I don't know what this match is all about. Alright, it's time for Sush. We'll see how this goes. And anyone, please be Asuka's mount. I agree, citizen brother. She needs to stop dancing around, stop acting the way she does, because it doesn't work out at all. For me, at least, it doesn't work out. The Empress of Tomorrow. I believe, Andy, she is the Empress of Yesterday, really. She's good in the ring, but yeah, something needs to change. Something needs to change. AJ, who do you want to see wrestle against? Roxanne. That's right, Roxy. Well, actually, Roxy versus Cora will be nice. And Asuka is anime, indeed, indeed. But you know what? If you talk about anime, the one who's doing anime so perfectly right now is Saray on NXT. She's doing her anime character just perfectly. I love it. And that's right, Tony. Sush time. I like Shad Gable. Oh, wow. Renaissance likes Shad Gable. I appreciate him. But when he says thank you and the shoosh, kind of gets on my nerves a bit too much. And Asuka, never been good promo. There you go. Yep, that's right. But even when she was the Empress of Tomorrow, right back then, when she was the Unstoppable Force, when she talked, it was serious talk. It was not joking around, dancing around. Now it's a bit over the top. A bit too much, I think. What about me, Sasha? I'm not too sure what about your question. Let me know what you mean. And that's Wynn's idea, wanting Asuka. That's true. And also the green mist, the makeup. I think she can get rid of that. You know, there was a time and place for it. I think she can get rid of it now. I don't know. Sorry, but Andre Chase rules. There we go. That's right, Tony. You're right. He does. You know, you know it. We know it. I think they know it themselves. Alpha Academy does not stand a chance against the Chase University. Once Chase University is on the main roster, the Alpha Academy is going to go out of business. And we know it for sure. Maybe we see Elias. We could actually see Elias. You're right. Otis could be a monster like Tyrus. He could be. You're right. Absolutely. Just like True says right there. Shad Gable and Otis Wada. Yeah, he could be. And I kind of liked Otis when he was doing his thing with Mandy. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of liked it. But now, it's just, I don't know, kind of falling flat for me again because I'm not a big fan of Alpha Academy at all. And Roxy versus Bailey would be nice, Chris. I like that. Oh, and just like Randy Emily says, Otis could be a monster like Tyrus, indeed. And I would like to see Roxanne versus Thea Hale. Thea Hale is pretty good as well. I don't know if you guys have been checking her out on NXT Level Up. Thea Hale has been a pretty good name out there as well. She's getting over with the fans slowly and steadily. And Fallon Henley, as we know, she's all of a sudden Fallon Henley has been on the fans' radar very quickly, and people are talking about her. They like her. Fallon Henley has a good future too. And Andy says, I'll catch you tomorrow for NXT. I'm really tired. That's right, brother. Have a good night, man. You take care. Sleep well. I want to go to bed too. The Raw has not been the best, so I don't blame you. Have a good night, brother. Sleep well. I'll see you tomorrow. And Otis should wear a Cartman outfit. That's right. That's right. Yeah, I'd like that. Really do something different for sure. That's what he needs to do. And speaking of different, we still have a lot of time left. We have about 45 minutes still to go. So they're going to kill some time with the Alpha Academy. They're going to kill some time with, of course, the Asuka stuff before we get to that. So we have a bit. And Lacey Evans still yet to come, so we haven't heard from her. Is she going to be coming before the main event? Is she going to come out during the main event? That we still have to see. But one thing's for sure, just like True said from the very beginning, True had been saying it all the time. You know, he said Lacey is going to be a heel. And what they're saying now is that indeed she is going to be a heel. So in what way is she going to turn tonight? In what way is she going to really come across as a heel? By interfering in the main event and making it all about herself, or some other way? We'll see. We see. No, Carmella outfit would be, for Otis, would be crazy. Would be crazy. You're not that crazy, Randy OG. That should never happen. That should never happen. No. Now, by the way, where is Carmella now? We barely see her. Ever since, her and Zelina dropped those gold. We're barely being seen her now, which I'm not complaining about. I'm okay with that Carmella and that hideous mask of her, but we just don't see her anymore. I'll always love WWE, but I think AEW is killing it. Yeah, WWE will always be in our hearts, and I'll tell you, a lot of places, for a lot of places, I'll tell you about India to be specific. Wrestling means WWE. So when a lot of people who don't really follow a lot of wrestling, but they love and appreciate wrestling, and they're switching the channels, and they see WWE, playing on television, or wrestling in general playing on television, even if they see AEW playing on television, they'll be like, oh, this is WWE. That's how big the WWE is, and that's why they're always going to be around until and unless they decide to sell it off themselves. So, they are always going to be the A promotion for sure. But AEW also rising up the ranks. They've got to focus on the independent market too, because when I reached out to AEW a bit, I feel like I've reached out to them like last year, or it's been about 8 months. And they were like, we have no plans on, getting out there in India yet. So that was interesting. I think they got to change that. AEW has to change their perspective, because if they want to grow, they should grow internationally, not just, in the hardcore audience. If they really want to grow and be WWE standard, they have to attract that casual fan base too. Right now, they're not doing that, and that is a hurdle in their way for sure. And Chris says, 40 minutes of hell without... That's right, Chris. That's right, brother. Yeah, every single minute of our lives is hell without Bailey. That's right. And Ezekiel is coming out. No Elias again. It is Ezekiel, the younger brother of Elias, coming out here again. And I've been watching Fallon Henley. This is AEW. Good stuff, Bobby. Mike Rome is the liar. That's right. I agree, Tony. And look at Ezekiel. So nice. He comes out here shaking hands with everybody. Once again, you see that evidence right there on your television screen that Ezekiel and Elias are two different people. You see that evidence right there, that beautiful photograph of the two brothers. They're two different people. I don't understand what Kevin Owens does not understand. And that's right. Justin Roberts, a liar too. Wow. You're right, Tony. You're right. Kevin Owens needs to wake up. He needs to wake up. When is Elias coming back? One day Renaissance, when is he going to come back? He should be here for his brother, possibly waiting for a bigger event, maybe SummerSlam. We see the two brothers out there at the same time together, maybe. We'll see how this goes. But Ezekiel and Gable right now going at it, circling around the ring, locking it up. Actually not locking it up, because Gable, wow, gets going for the Irish whip right there on Ezekiel. Was going to go for the clothesline. Ezekiel now with the big shoulder tackle. Gable down. Ezekiel Knight right now is in control. Gets Gable up with a big chop to the chest. Gable is in a bit of trouble here. And Ezekiel for the win says Renegade. There you go. I love that, Tony. And Jeff says not Chad Gable. That's right. Not Chad Gable. Gable, only Gable. And is Ezekiel a freaking monster indeed? Yeah, that's right. He is a monster. And Chris says Kevin Owens still doesn't. He's deluded. That's what we can say. He's deluded. I mean, he's done so much. He's done the lie detector test. He's done all that he could. Still doesn't believe it. He's deluded. That's it. Are there any matches for All Out besides Punk and Hangman and Wardlow and MJF? There must be. I'm pretty sure they've also announced the tag team title match as well for Double or Nothing, right? That's what he meant. So I think they have announced that match as well. So for the tag team champions, I think it's a triple threat. So you'll see that. I'll look up the match card again and let you know what matches have been announced so far. Let's take a look. Yeah, let's take a look real quick at the match card that's been announced. That's right. So Hook and Danhausen, that's right. And Tony Nese and Mark Sterling has been announced. And Thunder Rosa, Serena Deeb has been announced. And Adam Page and CM Punk has been announced. And the men's Owen Hart Cup tournament finals and the women's also going to be taking place at Double or Nothing. So lots to go down at Double or Nothing. Right now we can see right there a big knee to the midsection of Ezekiel. Ezekiel goes down and Gable is going to go for the cover. Ezekiel with the kick out right there. And Bobby says, I missed that girl that was with Joey Janela on AEW Dark. Oh, that's right. That's right. You're right. I kind of forgot about her as well. And Zeke Wentz says, true. Okay. And Ricky says, Ezekiel is my pick. Swoosh. There you go. I got Ezekiel, says Dale. Ezekiel would be happy and he would be overwhelmed looking at the enormous support from you guys. This is great. And Gable was going to go for the big one. Ezekiel reverses it, gets Gable up. Look at that, just the pure strength of Ezekiel. So good. And I must say this, that Ezekiel has been giving us better wrestling matches than Elias ever did. Yes, Elias did entertain us with his guitar and his singing, but Ezekiel is doing what anybody should do in a wrestling ring, that is wrestle. And he's giving us some lovely matches here. Good stuff. And Otis Cartman looks, that's right, he does look pissed. And Anthony, good to see you, welcome. And look at that. Gable trying to make it to the ropes. And he causing a rope break right there. Gets Ezekiel down to the ringside. Ezekiel grabs Gable's head and smashes him down hard into the apron right there. To the edge of the ring. Zeke trying to get back in the ring right there. Once again, Gable down. Gable's hurt. Zeke is getting the best out of it. You gotta be kidding. The referee once again doesn't see it. As Otis goes smashing into Zeke. And the referee is clueless. He does not understand why is Zeke down. He doesn't even think about it. Otis clearly blindsiding him. Come on, this is Stupid, of course. And Zeke wins, not Elias, says Chris. There we go. Zeke's gotta win. That's right. Elias, not Zeke. It's Zeke. And Ezekiel might be a better wrestler than Elias. I agree. I think so too. Elias was good and he was entertaining, but Zeke, I think he's better. He puts on, he comes across as a powerhouse. He puts his strength on display every time he's wrestling. Elias, though, you know, he actually showcases other talents, such as singing, such as coming up with these beautiful songs that he did. You know, he had his other talents, but Zeke might just be a better wrestler. I totally agree, Gary. I totally do. And with that being said, we are once again on commercial. Once again on commercial. So many commercials here tonight, and I love talking about them. So let's take a look at once again at the time here. So we have about 40 minutes left before the show goes off the air. So another 40 minutes, I guess this match is going to be over. Another 5 or 6 or 7 minutes. And then we're going to go to commercial one more time. We're going to come back from commercial. Then we'll have 30 minutes left for the main event. So I'm pretty sure the main event's not going to be 30. It's probably just going to be 15. So they have to give us something before the main event. Perhaps highlights, perhaps backstage interview, or maybe a Lacey Evans segment. But something's got to go down before we actually get to the main event after this match. We'll see. Somebody's got to happen. And right now we are still on commercial. By the way, the game, the virtual basement game, I know everybody's right now talking about the 2K22 game and the AEW video game that's in the works right now. But the virtual basement, they also are working on a video game of themselves for wrestling fans. And this game actually includes all the independent stars that you would want to see in a video game. It includes a lot of them, you know, except for the Impact Wrestling stars and AEW stars and WWE stars. A lot of the stars that you would like to see in a video game, they are there in that video game. And I asked JTG about it, you know, if the Crime Time are still going to be in the video game since Shad unfortunately passed away. So if the deal is still on, and JTG said that he hopes that it's still on. The game company asked Shad's wife if she would still like Shad to be in the game, and she said that she had no problems. And he says that, you know, both of them had been pictured for the game. They took their photographs and whatnot for the game, and JTG says that he wants to be mocap for the game himself. He says, I want to do my own mocap. I've told them I don't want anybody else to do it. I want to do it myself because I want to give the fans the most authentic moveset from JTG, so that's great. Again, we broke down a lot of different topics, talked about a lot of stuff, from Johnny Depp to Amber Heard, all the way to WrestleMania. We talked about everything. So check out the interview with JTG if you haven't already. That's right, Renaissance brother. The AEW console video game is in the works right now. Kenny Omega himself kind of, has said that the game will not be as visually appealing as WWE 2K22, but it will be a good game for all the fans who are fans of the older THQ Yuke's games, kind of like the Here Comes the Pain. It's going to be a kind of a nostalgic gameplay. So he says that fans should, play that game with an open mind, not really caring about the visual perspective of the game, but only caring about the gameplay, because he says the gameplay has got to be solid. And what a main event tonight after Sasha and Naomi walks out tonight. That is the main event. Yeah, that's the main event. It's kind of an impromptu main event, but let's see. Give me a straight Attitude Era WWF and WCW game and I'm good. That's right, MG. And that's what they're trying to do with the AEW game right now. Maybe they will be able to do it. Maybe they will not. We'll see. And True says, I think AEW game will be better. And I'll tell you what, guys. I must say this to you. WWE 2K22 is a great game. They've got the GM mode that a lot of fans have been asking for the longest time. And they have the showcase mode and whatnot. It's beauty. It's good. And the game looks gorgeous. Good stuff. It's great. But I don't enjoy the game. I don't enjoy it as much. I play it when I play it for the YouTube channel. I play it when I get you live. Or I play it, when I have to record those videos for it. But I don't play it in my free time for leisure because I don't enjoy the game. It's a bit too stressful for me. The controls or the whole, the pace of the game, it's not for me. I remember a time when year-round, my primary video game that I used to play used to be WWE game, and that used to go on until as late as 2K17. I think 2K17 was the last game that I played year-round. Really enjoyed it. This one, I can't. Yeah, I can't. Not a big fan of 2K22, so hopefully the AEW game will be better. And Zeke right there was going to go for the big one. And there you go with a big clothesline right there. Big elbow strike to Gable. Gable is in trouble. And that's right, Renaissance. I mean, thank you. That's right. The legends make 2K22 to me. That's right. 2K22 is a good game. They've got a very good roster. Surprisingly, they've got a good roster. They got the legends. They've got the DLCs. They've got everything. It's sweet. It's very updated. I like it. They've even got the new NXT Arena, which I can appreciate. But the gameplay, it doesn't do it for me. The engine doesn't do it for me. Yeah. Hopefully that changes though. And maybe it'll grow on me, but so far it hasn't grown on me yet. What a main event tonight. That's right, brother. That's right. And Dale says Becky and Asuka. That's right. Let's see. And as you can see here, Zeke was going to go for the superplex, but Gable with a headbutt to Zeke, and Zeke goes down, and Gable looking for a high-risk maneuver, and that is why I call it a high risk, because Zeke meets Gable with the knee to the face, and Gable still with a kick out. And Kevin Owens doesn't look too happy. He's complaining about that kick out right there. Poor Otis doesn't get a chair. That sucks. Wow. You talk about disrespect. Otis does not even get a chair to sit down on. That is bad. Come on. You cannot disrespect the big guy. That's not right. And that's right, Renaissance brother. Otis looks pissed. I would be too if I was not given a chair. That's not respectful at all. And Zeke, wow, goes down. Gable meets him hard with the tackle. Go for the high-risk maneuver again and connects, going for the cover. And a kick out from Zeke. There we go. I'd like to see Kayla Rosie versus Alley Cat. That's interesting. Yeah, that's good. I'd like that. Let's do it. I would like to see Madison Rayne versus, what's her name? Paula Mayfield. I think that'd be a nice match too. NWA. I'd like that. And again, we can see right there with those elbow strikes and those chops from Zeke to Gable. And now with the Irish Whip, Zeke with the counter. And he throws Zeke up. Zeke, wow, with those kicks to Gable. Gable goes down across the ring. And I can see right there with a 6-0, 5-0, which means only one thing. Zeke gets the win. As he should. Alright, Ezekiel is still undefeated, still going strong. And Kevin Owens, alright, Otis tried to get involved, but still Zeke got the win. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. That's right. Zeke with the victory. Good stuff. Right, Renegade 5-0, Ricky 6-0. You guys have been doing brilliantly tonight. But Renegade on fire, Dale on fire, Ricky on fire. So good. And Zeke with a roll-up got the victory, but he did get it with a roll-up. So good for him, I guess. I guess we're going to be getting this match. Who wants to see this match between Zeke and Kevin Owens at Hell in a Cell? Do you think we're going to get it at Hell in a Cell, or are they going to stretch it out a bit more? What do you think? Let me know. And True 4-2, there you go, brother. And AJ, which AJ wrestler do you want to see wrestle against Mariah May? Actually put that into the match that I just mentioned. Paula Mayfield and Madison Rayne and Mariah May. A triple threat between the three egos. I would like that. Let's do that. And now we get R-Truth. I told you guys, they're not going to give us the main event yet, because they're not giving us a 30 minutes main event at all. And now we're seeing R-Truth out of all people. I don't know if that's an investigation going on backstage, but apparently he's looking for the 24/7 title, right?
What are you doing? 1, 2. No! Got him! Is that what you've been served, bro? Got served, bro. Tamina! Where you going? Oh, yeah. Another dissatisfied couple.
True.
Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to thank you so much
Wow.
for serving Reggie those papers last week.
Oh, who's my...
Why did they get married only to get divorced? That's weird.
Starting your marriage and ending it. Mwah! Now's the time we talk about compensation. I want my 24/7 championship.
Wow. And R-Truth has his eyes on the prize. He says, I've done so much for you. I got you married. I got you divorced. Now I want the gold. I want the title. But Dana Brooke's not having it. She makes a run for it. She's running away from R-Truth. And she bumps into that's Carmella. And she is there without a mask. You gotta be kidding me. Alright? Yeah, she looks good, but she does not have the mask on her, right? But Carmella's there backstage. Let's see how this goes.
Competitor, and you're a sorry excuse for a wife. Not me though. I'm so perfect.
Wow.
Because unlike you, my husband can't get enough of me. And unlike you, I'm a real champion. I am relevant, honey.
Well, here's a reality check for you, honey.
The last time you were relevant is when the chinless guy works here.
You talk the big game, Dana.
You should know. Corey talks one, but he couldn't cut it.
Wow, so they kind of talk about James Ellsworth. I'm surprised they actually mentioned James Ellsworth on television after all the stuff that Ellsworth has been accused of. For him to be mentioned on television is surprising. And Ezekiel versus Owens, oh hell yeah, there you go. And Chris says for one of my predictions, Kevin Owens is smoking crack if he thinks Ezekiel is the last. That's right, Chris, I agree. And we can see Carmella here.
I was right. I want Dana.
Carmella wants Dana. There you go. And I would like to see Mariah and Jasmine. Okay. And Renegade, that's right, brother. That's right. Lacey. It is Lacey time. She's coming out. Lacey looks like Luta 2.0. Okay, let's take a look. On tape delay here, so I still haven't seen that entrance. Okay, now she's coming out here. Let's see how does Lacey look here. And Gary, I do think R-Truth is Hall of Fame worthy. Absolutely. You know, if Bellas could go in there, so does R-Truth. R-Truth has done a lot. He's done a lot in a smaller capacity, but has been somewhat of an important part of the WWE, and he's given us such good movements, so I think he's Hall of Fame worthy. I think so. And Lacey coming out right now, another match I don't care to see, Carmella versus Dana. That's right, here's heel Lacey. You're right, True. We're going to be seeing that heelish side of Lacey coming out here tonight. Of course, she's a part of Monday Night Raw now, not SmackDown, so we'll see how this goes. And I agree, Victor, she looks different. Lacey now with this whole, different outfit, the hair and everything, the whole new personality. Wow. What, such a difference from her earlier gimmick. So different. And Jeff with the 6-0, beautiful stuff. AJ, which former WWE star do you want to see wrestle Camille for the NWA? I don't even know about the former star here. I want to see Carmella versus Camille. I think that'd be, Carmella. Charlotte Flair versus Camille is the match that I want to see. I think it'd be a beautiful match. Both of them are so good. Camille, the world title champion. Why am I saying Carmella? Charlotte Flair, also a former champion. Will be a beautiful match between the two. I'd like to see it. And R-Truth was in the movie, The Wrestler. That's right. R-Truth's done a lot. And he's also Vince McMahon's absolute favorite. Vince McMahon loves his rapping. He loves his hip-hop stuff. And R-Truth has also recorded a track, or 2 tracks, with John Cena, which have never been released. He says that the tracks are in his pen drive, on his computer, at his home. But they have never been released, never been leaked, but they are there. And I guess eventually, one day, maybe 10, 12 years down the line, we're one day gonna be listening to those tracks. But so far, they have been unreleased. But I really want to find out what those tracks are all about. John Cena and R-Truth, sounds good to me. And Bayley, Sasha Banks, Charlotte Flair, and Becky Lynch are all absolutely, without a doubt, all of them are future Hall of Famers. And Renaissance says The Wrestler is such a good film. That's right, that's right. And I remember John Cena, for 2K15, and those were some good times. I remember when 2K15 came out. And again, I must say that when 2K15 came out, that was the first game that came out on the next-gen consoles, right? On the Xbox One and the PS4. It was the first WWE game to do so, and they made a big deal out of it. It was a next-generation game. It looked like a next-gen game. There was a big difference between the PS3 version and the PS4 version. It looked worlds apart. Really good. Graphically, it was such a big enhancement. If you look at the 2K22, both the games, you talk about PS4, PS5, very similar. You talk about the features, you talk about the looks, very, very alike. And they didn't even make a big deal about it. That is the first game on the next-gen consoles. They did not really make a big deal about it, as they probably should have. When you talk about 2K15, they had a whole thing going on with the soundtrack, John Cena being the cover star, and, just doing this whole thing with Snoop Dogg, and, coming out with these tracks with Lil Wayne. With Lil Wayne. It was beautiful. He did a good job with John Cena and Lil Wayne for that game. Really did well, but of course, never happened for 2K22, which I really feel like they could have done better. Yeah. And R-Truth sounds like a mystic. That's right. That's true. Sounds like mystical indeed. And R-Truth has a lot of music and has been rapping for a very long time indeed. And Vince McMahon is a very big fan And he loves his jokes. He loves his sense of humor, is what Archer says. And Bayley needs to come back this Friday. That's right, Chris. She needs to come back because SmackDown needs some star power. Now, Lacey is got, so Bayley should be there. And throw in Velvet Sky into that match. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah, absolutely. Velvet After Dark, though. I still remember that segment that we saw, Velvet After Dark, featuring JTG and Dirty Dango and NWA. So good. Such a great episode that was. So funny. If you haven't checked it out, I would really suggest you to check out Velvet After Dark, featuring JTG and Dirty Dango. You guys are going to have a good time. It was very, very, very funny. With that being said, we're back from commercial. There you see Lacey Evans with the microphone. Interesting. What does she have to say here?
Hey, you guys, I just want to say first and foremost how much I admire and respect the men and women of our armed forces.
Okay.
And how much they keep volunteering their time and their life to protect this country. So with that being said, hold on, because I want every single one of you in this building
stand up
tonight to get off your butt.
I knew it.
Your feet and give them a round of applause with me.
I know that she's turning heel, but with this gimmick, she's talking about the veterans, she's talking about the men and women who are serving the country. How is she turning heel like this? I don't know. And True says Lacey's theme makes me want to boo her. There you go. I love that. I love how True pays attention to the little things like the theme songs and Alexa Bliss's theme song, Lacey's theme song. It's great. True, it's great. Age of which indie wrestler do you want to see against Giselle Shaw? Wow, Giselle Shaw versus Give Me Vita Monster. I like that.
Men and women here tonight. Where are you guys at?
There we go.
Hey, I know what you've been through. I know what your family goes through. And I wanted to personally tell you guys, thank you for your service and everything that you guys do for this country. You know, finding the courage to fight is hard.
So, Lacey with a solid promo right now, but Ricky has sent me a few screenshots. Thanks for that, Ricky. So, from Fightful.com, we're getting that this is the most gangster walkout story that they've heard ever. Wow. So, Sasha Banks was getting yelled at by Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon was yelling at Sasha Banks, and Sasha Banks stood up. She shook Vince McMahon's hand and said, I hope you learned something today. That's what Sasha apparently told Vince, that I hope that you learned something today. And Sasha and Naomi, both of them, walked out of the office. They walked out of the arena. It's true. So the whole story that's going on, once again, thank you for that, Ricky. This is great information that we've just got to know. That's right. So when Sasha and Naomi, they arrived at the arena this afternoon, and they were informed of their participation in the main event of Raw. And during the broadcast, they walked into the John Laurinaitis' office with their suitcases and placed their tag team championship belts on the desk, and they walked out, is what happened. So Sasha and Naomi really with the fuss right now. Are you kidding me? They say that they are not respected enough as the tag team champions. Wow. They say that even though they had about 8 hours to rehearse and get ready for the main event, they said that they were uncomfortable in the ring with two of their opponents. They have not named the two opponents that they were going to be wrestling tonight. Which two opponents were they uncomfortable with? That is not known. But they say that they are uncomfortable getting in the ring with two of their opponents. That's interesting. And this is a statement that the WWE has actually put out for Sasha Banks and Naomi. This is not a joke, apparently. So this is a statement that is actually coming straight from the WWE. So what's happened is that Sasha and Naomi put on a fuss here. It's weird. I don't think we have seen such a incident happen backstage, and WWE actually acknowledging it and not selling it as another storyline, but actually acknowledging it, actually letting the world know that this happened, that they came out in the afternoon. They were told that they were going to be wrestling later tonight. And then they were not happy, and they said they were uncomfortable with two of the opponents, and they went to Laurinaitis. They placed their titles on the desk, and they walked away. This does not look like shoot to me. This looks like a work to me. And Riddle looks high. That's right.
20, so we just smoked your ass, bro.
That's right. He looks high as always. But again, the whole detail that the WWE went into with this walkout, it does not look like a shoot to me anymore. It seems like a work, man. For sure, it does not seem like a shoot. I mean, why would the company acknowledge all of this? Why would they do that? Really, I don't see it happening. It's definitely, it's got to be a work. It's got to be a work. I don't see WWE as a company that would acknowledge their backstage problems in front of the world like that, especially sending out to the dirt sheets. I don't see it happening. I think it's not going to happen. I don't think it's going to be happening. Let's see what else do we have here. I'd be surprised to see Evans turn heel. That's right, Ron DMG. We'll see what happens here. I thought Raw was 2 hours, so 9 to let not count, brother. It is 3 hours. Raw is a 3-hour show, brother. That's it. That's it. And send somebody to beat up Lacey already. That's right, brother. That's right. And now we see it. Bianca Belair is out here, so we're getting ready for the main event, I guess. Bianca Belair is out. I believe she's going to be on commentary for the main event between Asuka and Becky Lynch. We'll see how this goes. Once again, thank you for that, Ricky. And True says if that's a shoot, good for them. Walk out because you don't like the match you are in. Unprofessional. It is unprofessional. Indeed, very unprofessional. And the statement that the WWE has put out actually says that they walked out unprofessionally. Which again, you know what? It is super unprofessional. But I don't recall WWE taking such immediate action and really letting the world know about an incident that took place during that same night. If they would, they'd probably wait a day or 2 days before letting people know that there was a situation. But for WWE to go into such details, about the whole situation, talk about how they arrived and how they put on a fuss and all that stuff, I think it's a work, man. I mean, they would never go into such details if it was not a work, if it was a real life stuff. I don't think they would go into such details. I mean, we never came to know what happened with Shane McMahon, right, from the WWE. We barely come to know about stuff that happens backstage a lot of the times. I think it's work. But what do you guys think? Let me know what you guys think. And took their ball and went home. That's right, Ron Duty. Let's see. Riddle Spicioli. That's right, Renaissance. And Bailey should beat up Lacey. That's right, Chris. Bailey should do something. And due to my internet connection, I'm in love with the Marine. There you go. There you go, Tony. That's right. Marine indeed. And Ron DB says plenty of women in NXT 2.0 ready for opportunity. A lot of hungry women and a lot of talented women indeed. Yep, they can easily take the spot for, if anybody's acting unprofessionally, there are a lot of talented women in NXT 2.0 who can come up there and can easily replace them. It's true. Just like CM Punk said, it's a wheel that keeps spinning. It's never gonna stop spinning. If somebody steps out, the wheel's still gonna spin. It's never gonna stop for anybody. And WWE wanted to get their side of the story, probably. But if this is happening, if this is real, though, this is the end of the line for both Naomi and Sasha, which I really feel cannot happen. And Lance says, I agree. Lance, good to see you, brother. Good to see you. But again, if you think about it, getting Naomi, or, getting on the bad side of Naomi, or treating her badly, or putting out a statement against Naomi, it does not work out in WWE's favor already. Because if you look at the hottest thing that's going on in the company right now, it is a bloodline, right? It's a bloodline. It's Roman Reigns and the Usos and Paul Heyman. Now, Naomi, of course, is married to one of the Uso brothers, right? So if she and WWE split, of course, the personal stuff's going to get in the way, and the Usos are not going to be happy either. So I'm just trying to connect the dots here, looking at the bigger picture. This could very well be real. This could be a shoot. But if I'm looking at the bigger picture and I know how professional the WWE can be, literally a guy who broke down Triple H's throne and sent shots after shots to WWE comes back in such a major way. You know how professional they are. They'll do whatever is best for business. And I don't think getting your... I think it's a work. I think it's a work. It cannot be a shoot. WWE is too professional for something like this. Yeah, I think it's a work, man. There's a chance that it's a work. Sasha Banks has a history of heats backstage. That's right, Gary. I think it's work. Clearly, it's got to be work. I'm trying to think what it could lead to if it's a work, though. What could it lead to? Could it lead to something between... Wait a second. Let's think about it again. If you look at the Authority, so this is kind of going towards the Authority versus Sasha and Naomi. If you look at the Authority, when Sonya Deville was an Authority, she had problems with Naomi. So maybe this has Sonya Deville go back to Authority, get on their good books, because now she wants to wage this war against Naomi and Sasha and something. I don't know. Something can happen. But I really feel like this is a work. We'll find out. And Gary says there's a chance of work. That's right. Let's see. Bobby says, I sent you something on Instagram. I'll take a look. Sasha Banks so hot she could do what she wants. Indeed. That's right, Reticence. And maybe Sasha is really toxic. You never know. If she's been on this side for sure, she has been on this crazy side for sure. So you never know. All right, Bobby, I see it right there. Always ready. Indeed. I see it live on pay-per-view, always ready, June 11th. And June 4th is a big pay-per-view that's going to be happening. We don't know yet if it's going to be on Fight or not, but it's got a big pay-per-view, a big show for the first time ever. It's being done by the Authors of Pain. They're starting their own wrestling promotion, kind of. It's called Wrestling Entertainment Series. We'll see how this goes, but they're doing their first ever show in the UK, Nottingham, UK, on June 4th. We'll see how that goes. And Sasha is ready for Hollywood, says Run DMG. Again, this whole thing that's going on right now is crazy, is newsworthy. It gets people talking, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens eventually. Now, because the WWE has actually put out a statement regarding that, we could also be hearing the commentators talk about the situation during the live match, the main event. We could be talking about him, addressing it. And if they do address it, it's a work. If they do not address it, it's a shoot. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. If they do address it, though, it's definitely a work. If they do not, it's a shoot. So I guess that is going to be the decisive moment. The main event. Let's listen to the commentators and let's see if they address the whole situation that's going on right now. And M. Gene says it's a shoot. All right. Let's see, brother. Let's see. I'm right now on the fence here. I'm leaning towards the work here, but we'll see. And Tony says, first Roman going to Hollywood, and now Sasha. Why Nick Khan? And Nick Khan says, go to Hollywood. We will help you. We are happy that Roman wants to go to Hollywood, and we will help him. Come on, Nick Khan. Do better. Do better. Anyways, guys, we are now getting some highlights from earlier, from the Bobby Lashley and Omos match that kicked off Raw. We're getting the highlights from then. And this is, they're basically buying some time for themselves because we are just about 13 minutes away before the show goes off the air. And they're buying themselves some time because, you know, what was supposed to be a 6-pack challenge is now a one-on-one match. So apparently they don't have enough material for, 15 or 30 minutes. That's why they're giving us a very short match. Probably a 10-minute match. We'll see how this goes. And Chris says this match will be a no contest. I wouldn't be surprised. It's only got to be like a 10-minute match or an 8-minute match. So it could be a no contest indeed. And for WWE to call them unprofessional walkout, got to be real. We'll see, Run DMG, brother. We'll see, brother. I don't know. Weird. And Asuka, that's right, Victor. See those big old eyes for Asuka from Victor. Jeff, all right. Roman want to be the next Aquaman. Now, yeah. By the way, he's got a lot of similarities. Really similar. When I watched the Aquaman, I'm like, wow, this guy looks like Roman. Maybe Aquaman should get a recast. Replace that's what's her name, Amber Heard, with Sasha Banks, and give the Aquaman character to Roman. Maybe do that. But Amber Heard needs to get replaced for sure, right? Who's following the whole Johnny Depp Amber Heard case? Amber Heard needs to get replaced. I would like to see Mia Yim versus Lady Frost. That'd be nice. Yeah, I think we could see that as well. And Dale says this match will end in a DQ. It's true, because if you look at the time right now, we have about 10 minutes before the show goes off the air. Can you expect Becky Lynch and Asuka to give up in 10 minutes? I cannot. So either it's a roll-up or it's a DQ. We'll see. 3-way Hell in a Cell. That's right. True said it. True said it very early. He said it's got to be a 3-way. It seems like it's got to be a 3-way. And Renaissance says it's a poop gate. Again, I've got a strong feeling that it's a work. Really do. But let's see. And Asuka looking good once again. Just having fun with her music. With those moves. All right. And big time Bex now coming out. Becky Lynch is walking out. Of course, she wants the gold. She wants to win it back. Well, again, she comes back with her VR glasses, the VR headset. I don't know how can she look from those glasses, but good for her. whatever suits her fine, I guess. So Becky Lynch coming out here, Johnny Depp the man. That's right, Ron DMG, the man, John Depp. And I love that right, it says Poopgate indeed. I mean, who does that on a bed, right? Crazy. And Cain Velasquez has been denied bail for a second time. He's in trouble, as I believe he should be. He's done some terrible stuff for which he's paying for, right? I mean, you look at Kane, you look at Sonny. I mean, you cannot keep doing terrible stuff and not expect to get caught. You do get caught, and when you do, you pay for it. So Kane did some terrible stuff, and so did Sonny, and both of them now serving jail time. I'm getting the show. Oh wow, Gary says I'm getting it at 6 out of 10. I doubt this match will change my rating. I have my doubts as well. I am still sticking to my 4.5. You know, Renegade got me to the 4.5, and I agree with that rating. 4.5 is a suitable rating for me for tonight. And I can see right now the match is going strong. Asuka going strong here. Gets Becky Lynch down real quick. Gets the first laugh in the match. Asuka gets the upper hand, and Becky Lynch looking to reverse. Throws her over the top rope. On the other side of the... Oh, there we go. With a kick, Asuka goes down to the ringside. Interesting. This could have been a fantastic 6-women, 6-pack challenge match, but this is a one-on-one match, so let's see. And Asuka looking to kick Becky Lynch's head out. There you go. Becky Lynch sort of in trouble. Asuka in control. Let's see how long this lasts. If you look at the time right now, we have 9 minutes before the match goes off. So really, I don't expect these ladies to give up in 9 minutes, especially it's a #1 contenders match. The stakes are high. I don't expect either of them to give up in 9 minutes. Let's see. And Becky gets Asuka in control. Just slams her hard against the barricade. Back first into the barricade goes Asuka. She's in trouble. And right again, brother. Good night. You take care, man. I'll see you tomorrow, brother. I never really cared about Becky. There you go. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And with that being said, we go to commercial. Renaissance, brother, you were just talking about it, that commercials are okay, but main event should not have a commercial. And main event should especially not have a commercial if the main event is like 10 minutes long. It should especially not have a commercial. And it does. This match is definitely ending in a DQ 100% because, yeah, we already had a very small match at our hands, and now we have a big commercial in it. It's ridiculous. Never really cared for Becky Lynch, says Renaissance. There you go. And if Cody doesn't carry Raw, it's no good. It's the same story with SmackDown for Roman and Cody kind of with Raw right now. Sucks. Tonight's Raw really could have been so good. It seemed really good on paper. Steel cage match. Cody, Lacey, Becky, Alexa. It seemed great. But the way it just fell down the cards, man. Really, tonight's show could have been beautiful, but no. No, not a great show. I only care about Bayley coming back. That's right, Chris. We all hope that Bayley comes back. We'll see when she does, if she does. But let's take a look at what else is going on right now, because the world's buzz, the wrestling world is on fire, because they are all talking about what's happened. That she's walked out, that Sasha Banks has walked out due to creative issues. Again, I still feel like all of this is nothing but a big work. Nothing but a work, but let's see. Again, guys, take a take a good listen at the commentary, because if the commentary team mentions Sasha and Naomi tonight, it's a work. If they do not, I think it's gotta be a shoot. But let me know. Let me know if you hear them mention Sasha and Naomi and that situation on commentary. Let me know. All right, and Renaissance says Sasha is actually married to somebody who designs a lot of the outfits for the WWE. He's a dress designer for the WWE right now. He does a good job with that. So Sasha is married to him right now. Yeah, and they're probably gonna have a triple threat. That's right. It seems like it. A lot of pointless segments. I agree. They bought a lot of time. We got some highlights that we didn't need. The 24/7 title, backstage segment again was very pointless. The Miz, the match, the Veer Mahaan match, I don't know what it did either. I'm not too sure. So, yeah. Lots of pointless stuff. Indeed, a lot of pointless stuff. The whole thing, they could have just given us the Veer Mahaan versus Mustafa Ali, but they had Austin Theory come out, and then Miz came out as a special guest referee, which did not need to happen at all. So there were things that happened tonight which did not need to happen. And Chris gives it a 4 out of 10. There you go. And Jason says Fightful is reporting that is real. What if WWE is swerving us and Naomi joins the Bloodline? And Jimmy Smith did tease a new member of the Bloodline. I think it's real. Well, let's take a look. Let's see, brother. I think we just got to be patient. Fightful is reporting it's real, which makes me think it's not real. Because if somebody sells storylines really good for the WWE, it's Fightful. They do it very well. So if they're saying it's real, I've got my doubts. But we'll find out. I mean, I want to see Dave Meltzer's take on this. I want to wait for him because he is one guy who does not sell storylines. Fightful does. So we'll see how this goes. And Ricky gives it a 2 out of 10. There we go. And True has his questions. Why would Sasha join the bloodline? There we go. Just call it the Toxic Attraction to replace Sasha and Naomi. That'd be nice. And once again, Asuka going for the roll-up on Becky Lynch. We're back from commercial. And if you look at the time right now, guys, we don't have any time left. We have 4 minutes left before the show goes off the air. I think we don't even have to pretend that this match is going to be having a clean finish. It's going to be a DQ. Of course it's going to be a DQ. Of course we're going to get triple threat. It's written all over the place. As True said it earlier, it's going to be a triple threat for sure. Absolutely. And Bobby says, I would like to see more of Lash Legend. Indeed. Mandy Rose versus Belair would be fire. Indeed, I love that. Fightful is not a reliable source. I totally agree with you, True. Fightful.com, even though they're kind enough and they always keep a close eye on the Wrassingh show and report our news, I appreciate that. But still, Fightful is not reliable because they're in bed with a lot of the promotions. They are in bed with the WWE and they're in bed with a lot of the other promotions out there. They put out the news that they're paid for a lot of the times. They put out the news to basically sell the storylines for the companies on television. They do it that way. So if they're saying it's real, I really have my doubts. That's it. And I'm glad, True, you agree with me. Omos just isn't doing it for me. I agree, Lance. I mean, I try to believe in Omos, just like I tried to believe in Sammy. But the only difference between Sammy Guevara and Omos is that Omos is not annoying and Sammy is annoying, very annoying. And that's the only thing that is keeping me, busy with Omos, and I've still not given up on him yet. I'm still trying to get into the whole Omos thing. It hasn't worked out yet. I'm getting those little bit of those Kali vibes so far. Hopefully that changes, but he has not been too crazy yet. Nothing too crazy from Omos. And Becky Lynch now going after Asuka. I think this is pointless. The whole action is pointless. We have just a few minutes before the match goes off the air, and Becky Lynch going for a high dive. Asuka goes down. Becky going for the cover. Of course, it's got to be a kick out. Who are we even kidding here? These ladies are not kicking out. They're not kicking. They're not going down. Yeah, and of course, Lol, you're right. Sammy is very annoying, and now with Tay by his side, it's super duper annoying, very annoying. And Austin Theory too. Actually, I think it was who was it who said Austin Theory is super annoying too? I think it was Gary. Yeah, I think it was Gary who said that. So I feel like Austin Theory is also very annoying. But, he doesn't have Tay by his side, so that's okay. Sammy is just, it's crazy. And Becky Lynch was going to go for the armbar. And Asuka turns it around, going for the cover, going for the roll-up. Becky Lynch for the kick-out. My rating for the show so far is a 4 out of 10. I was going to give it a 4.5. I'm going to make it go down to the 4 because it's really a bad show. The way that they had the main event play out, with the commercial in between, really no time for the main event, no time for the action here, really has been disappointed. Yep. And I'm still very, very sure that the whole thing that with Sasha and Naomi was a work, not a shoot. And now with the kick to the gut of Asuka, Becky Lynch tosses Asuka. Actually, Asuka tosses Becky Lynch right there, trying to get her to the ring side, and Becky Lynch using her legs to the advantage with the kick to Asuka's head right there. Becky Lynch gotta go for the Harris maneuver, and she goes diving down. Asuka gets out of the way, and she hits Becky with alright. Wow, she's got the arm bar locked in. Almost makes Kali look like Andre the Giant. That's true. Yeah, I mean, I know that fans were comparing Omos to Kali on social media, and MVP did not, like it. He said if you're comparing Omos to Kali, you're an idiot. He even said that Kali is not so great Kali. So I didn't like that. I didn't appreciate that. He's a Hall of Famer. You should respect him. But anyways, I still get those Kali vibes from Omos because we're not seeing a lot of personality from him. What did Kali lack? Kali lacked personality, and I feel like that is what Omos is also lacking right now. Character, personality, it's lacking. And this, honestly, that's right, Lance, 4 out of 10 is generous. This could have been a great show. Really, on paper, it looked beautiful. Steel Cage, Lacey, Alexa, 6, the women's match would have been great. But the way it's ended up, not good at all. And nobody more annoying than The Miz. Randy says, you know what? I can actually tolerate The Miz over sometimes MJF, and of course over Sammy. Miz is still okay, but Sammy is next level, and there you go. Becky throws Asuka. She tosses her right there into Bianca Belair, which sets up a triple threat, does it not? It definitely does. And Jeff with a 7-0. Wow, Asuka picks up the win. Alright, so we have a clear winner here. Surprising. So we're going to be seeing Asuka versus Bianca Belair now. Okay? Surprisingly, we have a winner. I'm still on tape delay here, so I'm seeing it right now. It was Becky Lynch who was trying to get the weapon inside, and Asuka with the green mist. Alright, the green mist out of the nowhere. And, wow, Asuka picks up the big victory. Good for her. Good for Asuka. She's going to be fighting Bianca Belair at Hell in a Cell. Interesting. Shades of the Great Muta indeed. Still, that doesn't change anything. I'm still gonna give it a 4 out of 10. This was a weak episode of Raw. After 2 great episodes of Raw the past 2 weeks, this one was bad. Was bad, really bad. And it could have been better. It was bad. Now the whole thing, people are not going to be talking about tonight's episode at all this week. What they're going to be talking about is what happened backstage, apparently, between Sasha, Naomi, and the executives. That is what people are going to be talking about. So we'll see, how it all stems out. If they're going to be released in the future, if it's real, if it's fake, if it's shoot, if it's work, we will find that out. So Raw is snore, says Run DMG. There you go. Surprised by that ending. 4 out of 3. There will still be a 3 versus true. Yeah, it could still be happening. And Dale 4 out of 10 to Raw. I love that. Chris gives it a 5 out of 10. That's right, Gary. Good night. I still give it a 4 out of 10. That's a bad Raw. That's right. Thumbs down. I love it. I love how all of us here are always on the same page. You guys are awesome, guys. Well, I hope that Becky Lynch gets a nice face wash, gets a nice bath after the green mist. And everybody here, I hope you all have a good night. You all sleep well. Take care. And don't worry too much about the whole Sasha Banks Naomi thing, because I have a very strong feeling. I could be wrong, but I've got a feeling it's a work. But we'll find out. I guess we're going to know more about tomorrow morning, in the event Dave Meltzer reports. I'm going to be looking forward to the Wrestling Observer newsletter tomorrow, because Dave Meltzer, I'm pretty sure he's going to be hitting us with some facts. So we'll find out. And Russell Woods just put out a tweet, AJ, the story is real. Yeah, I don't buy Russell Woods either, brother. I don't buy Russell Woods either. Let's see. I know I'm acting a bit stubborn here with the whole story. Not buying it yet. But I want more concrete evidence. Let's see. 3 out of 10. That's right, Robert. I love it. Love it. Good night, guys. You all have a good night. Take care. And you guys killed it, by the way, with the predictions. You guys were great. Ricky was great. Victor was great. You guys killed it with the predictions here tonight. Good stuff. Good stuff. Jeff killed it. Good stuff, guys. Have a good night. You all take care. I'm going to be seeing you tomorrow for NXT and hopefully NWA too. You all take care.